Chat's open. Perfect. Alright, and I am live. Sweet. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Oh, yeah, and I should make sure that I post the I'm live notification. Don't want to forget that. And get the stream link. Copy and paste. Perfect. There we go. All right. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're all having a wonderful morning. Hello, hello. Getting through some more of the daily stuff in Destiny Rising. For the daily and weekly objectives. I've got a cat to pet. I love starting out my streams by petting the cat. I just gotta find it first. It's probably somewhere around here. There. Oh wait, no, it's down in the shifting gates room. I already pet that cat, I'm pretty sure. I wonder if there's a cat over here. There is a cat over here. Perfect. Alright, wants a plump fish. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. Though, I might need to respond to some of the comments on my latest video because, oh my gosh, are they completely missing the entire point. I mean, I'm probably giving them a little bit more, what's the word? I'm probably expecting a bit too much from these people because these guys probably just open up the video, they like see the title, they see the thumbnail, and they leave a comment. They don't even watch the video or interact with the points at all that I'm saying. They just see somebody complaining and like, this guy's complaining, this guy, or not even complaining. I wasn't even complaining in the video about the game. They probably just see somebody like with something that they just, you know, disagree with. And they're like, yes, this is something that on initial impressions I disagree with. Let me go not interact with his argument at all or his points and leave a comment on the video. Good morning, Shice. Struggling to find matchmaking in some activities these days, praying for news on energy system change? Yep. Matchmaking numbers have been, well, dwindling.
Welcome. Feel free to stare, but
which is,
I ain't gonna give it to
you know,
for free.
a little bit. Well, I don't know what the word is. A little bit concerning, considering that we don't even have any extra matchmaking restrictions like skill-based matchmaking or stuff like that. Well, I mean, card game has some restrictions like level restrictions. I was bored and played on the NA server lol before you completed the campaign. Got everyone except for Yolder from View Polls. Nice. I've got one last and final engram to decrypt at Bazinet. Is... oh, it's a double mythic. Oh, come on. Bullseye rebate, Misfortune's Competi. Yuck. You pet this kitty cat. You look like Garfield.
Don't laze about. Go find something to do.
Got some pack hunt rewards to pick up. Let's see. Have we found all the strongholds yet? We haven't found all the strongholds yet. Alright, I'll help explore and find this next stronghold. Alright, well,
remember.
I was actually responding to this comment prior to the opening up the stream, because it is the current top comment on the video. And, brother is talking about, getting characters maxed, when the main point of the video is not that it takes a while to get characters maxed, which it does, and not that it doesn't seem like you'll have enough materials to build your characters, which that's still the case. The point of the video was that it couldn't possibly be casual, because you are literally competing against other players for, like, your materials, and basically every single event is a competition. The point of the video, which I am presuming you didn't watch, is the fact that the primary game mode, one of the primary game modes in this game, along with every single event that has happened thus far, is a competitive experience. Competitive meaning you are literally competing against other players as a primary function and goal of the mode / event. Meaning that even if you play casually and are able to casually clear most activities, the primary modes and events being pushed and featured are primarily competitive. Just because you can play this game at a casual pace does not make it a casual game. Period. Good morning, brother man. Why am I so hell-bent on convincing everybody this game's not casual, so players just, like, say Fish is playing the game wrong? No, I'm not saying that you're playing the game wrong, okay? I'm saying this game is casual-friendly, but it's not a casual game. Okay? If it were a casual game, this would not be here. If it were a casual game, okay, the primary events that we are going through and experiencing, like, remember, Eclipse difficulty with the whole leaderboard rush, the current Morgan's Prey, which has leaderboard rewards as a primary draw of the event, and the upcoming Sparrow Racing, which is, again, competitive and leaderboards. Like, these are all the main things that they are pushing onto people. Like, the endgame, that's part of the primary gameplay loop. This is how you get the majority of, like, your character building rewards. And, like, a significant portion of your pull income as well. And along with all the events, The primary functions of those events were so players would compete. Like the Morgan's Prey, the Morgan's Hunt event going on right now. Rewards tied to placements in the top 10%, the top 30%, the 31 to 60%. Are there pay-to-win sparrows? There are pay-to-win sparrows. This honestly sounds like elitists in D2 who think rating is everything. Again, when it comes to D2, part of the primary gameplay loop is to level up so you can play what? So you can play raids, dungeons, grandmasters, trials, endgame. That's the primary stuff, the primary goals that you are being pushed to achieve. Because just because you can ignore these and that there are other things to do in Destiny 2 that you can interact with on a casual basis does not make Destiny 2 a casual game. They couldn't understand the video. They won't comment, be able to understand a written comment. To be honest, I think it's best to raise my main to 72 plus K and then bring another to 70K. I think that's the best for you too. This game is already dead. 9 mil in 1 month is a death sentence for developers. ROI is in the trash for this. I mean, I wouldn't say that they're going to give up just yet. People on the internet just hate nowadays. Life must be rough. Yeah. No, so I can just play. It's not that deep. Not everyone here is here for the endgame. I know not everybody is here for the endgame, man. But I'm saying, just because you interact with a game casually does not make it a casual game. Alright, like, let's take for instance, I don't know, Overwatch. One of the primary deals in Overwatch is to play ranked. You can be an Overwatch casual. You can play Overwatch casually. Does it make Overwatch a casual game? Not really, no. I think that it's best for games to be casual friendly, to have a good casual experience. But when I think of a casual game, which is what I mentioned in the video, I think of a game where you don't really need to worry about meta in order to clear all of the activities, where you, one, primarily, are not competing against other players. Like, are there leaderboards in Animal Crossing? I'm sure people turn casual games competitive, but like as a primary function in those games, like the official function of those games, is it to push players to compete? Oh, I've got a bot in Twitch chat. Hold on. I gotta fix that. First time chatter, it's also your last time. Ban. Is Animal Crossing a sweaty game if I play it like a sweat? No. That's the whole point. Like, if you play a casual game, like, in a sweaty way, that doesn't make it a sweaty game. Like, Minecraft, even though it has a very, very active speedrunning community, does not make Minecraft a speedrunning, sweaty game. Minecraft is still a casual game. Hey man, how's it going? Hope you're doing good. I'm doing great. I've been getting much better sleep. Is it possible to merge all servers? I don't know. Dude, 100 million was sunk into this game with the current 9 million ROI in month 1. It's a clear sign to move off Destiny Rising, push other IP. The thing is, I'm pretty sure they haven't launched... I keep hearing that they haven't launched in China yet. I don't know if that's true. But I've heard enough to think that, you know, it's probably the case. So they're probably going to at least do that. The thing is, the endgame is competitive to get essential resources, including the biggest chunk of Lumia's bold characters. Exactly. Matchmaking is much longer for all activities across the board as well. And another thing when it comes to like the matchmaking right now, you all do have to realize that it is like it's a dry period right now. Like most people logged in, they got the rewards from the events, and they're like, well, there's not much else left to do now, and they just checked out, and they're waiting for something else to happen because, I mean, let's be honest, like, there's not much to do beyond spending your energy. IMO, they gotta make the gacha way less generous and move the energy grind. This whole pay and wait for progression is not the right move for Destiny player base. Absolutely not. LATAM is impossible to matchmake in some activities. That's tough. How do people even wail on this game knowing it might not last long? It's just what they do. They wail on games. It's not just clocking to them. They ain't on business. True. Alright, there's some other comments here as well. Like I said, most comments are great. Also, Kai Harizor, love seeing this guy. He comments on like every single video. They make it casual with time-gated rewards. Hey guys, did you know that rating is actually casual because you can only get the rewards once per week? Rating's actually the most casual game mode in Destiny 2 because you can't grind them out, because you get the rewards once per week. Oh, rating and trials. It was not a lie whatsoever that saying that I like to argue. Your team became much like most other gacha games, log in, do dailies, use stamina, log off. Yeah, and that's like the big problem. Because the thing is, like, when it comes to most casual gacha games, most casual gacha games are primarily a single player experience. Like, Wuthering Waves is, like, almost entirely a single-player experience. Genshin Impact's almost entirely a single-player experience. One of the primary endgames in Destiny Rising requires you to get 2 other really good players to play with. Do we know when the monthly reset is? Tomorrow. They're fumbling the pack with the pack activities. Why not have pack wars or activities that have better engagement with pack members other than what's available? I think, well, the thing is they have that stuff in mind. They keep putting it in the surveys, which means that they know there's demand for it. The question is whether or not they're actually going to deliver on that demand. Rating in here is so much simpler, though. It's easy to get into, while D2 is scary to get into. Not only that, it's just hard, but the social aspect. Yeah, that too. Yeah, this video comments will be fun. Acclaim levels and game got me dying. Oh yeah. That was like the first one that I saw. It was like down down here. Pinnacle makes this a casual game. I'm at Acclaim 60, and aside from Monday, I only get 1 hour of play before I can't make any progress. Casual AF. I said, brother thinks Acclaim levels are endgame. Oh, and here's hi, hello, bye, ciao. See that you're commenting and also chatting. Brother thinks leaderboards are the only end game and every player should go for it. This game has many other activities that you can do. Not just leaderboards. OMG, players like you sound like the elitists in D2 who think everyone should raid, and if you're not, you're playing D2 wrong. Okay, but here's the deal. Alright, here's the deal. Hi, hello, bye, ciao. I can, like, talk to you directly right now. If I go to activities, casual, fishing. Alright, fishing rewards. Where are the clusters? Where are the clusters here? Where's the, where's the exotic infusion cores? When it comes to, like, the casual activities in this game, you have no reason to interact with them apart from, like, the intrinsic desire to play the casual game modes. Every single one of these materials that you can get from the casual materials or casual game modes, one, are either, you know, completely free and you can get by playing any other activity, or two, are directly tied to the casual mode. There's legitimately no reason to, like, touch these if you're, like, a progression-focused player. I don't need clusters to min-max my characters. You're not chasing leaderboards. Okay, but that's the thing. Like, I'm not saying that this isn't a game that you can play casually. Okay, I'm saying this is a game you can play casually. But I'm saying it's primarily a competitive experience. Because if we take a look at here, this is all endgame. This is the main stuff that they go like, hey, you should do this whenever you open up your menu. Not even the activities. Like, they put this above the activities. Alright? And when you go in here, the activities menu, they have a specific tab just for, like, grandmasters and, like, quote, challenge modes. Alright, beyond spending your energy and, like, playing through casual modes and doing character quests, you know, the casual experiences in this game, what is the primary gameplay thing that they keep pushing on players, especially through the events? Normally, events are where, like, they add more casual things in gacha games. But every single event that we had, like, since launch, like, all three, like, post-launch events in this first season. Leaderboard, leaderboard, leaderboard. They're all leaderboard events. They're all competitive events. Guess I need 70k plus power to fish. Brother, are you just, like, I have a question. Are you just, this is going to be very blunt, and it's probably going to be a little bit rude. Are you being, like, are you this dense on purpose? Like, genuine question. I'm not saying that you need to build your characters to fish in this game. I'm saying this game isn't a fishing game. This game isn't a fishing game. You don't... The primary draw of this game is not this. These are side modes. Let me fish for clusters? True. Getting one guide? It has to happen every once in a while, man. If I don't get one guide... like, it has to happen every once in a while. If I don't get one guide, I'm not a streamer. It doesn't fit my agenda, though. Hang on. Alright. I missed some other chats. So, DR issue aside, I tried WoWa and guess I'm not a big fan of an open world exploration person. DR has some really cool MMO aspects. That's why I've been enjoying it. Maybe we'll try ZZZ. Yeah, definitely try a larger variety of games. Let's see. It's so straightforward and has matchmaking, unlike D2. Okay, but here's the thing. You're talking about the normal difficulty of Gauntlet Onslaught. This is, like, easier than a dungeon in Destiny 2. When they actually made it as difficult as, like, a raid encounter, like in Destiny 2, do you know what they did? They turned off matchmaking. And it's not like matchmaking instantly makes it, like, a clearable experience. Matchmaking in Calamity Ops is literally impossible. Like, you will not get your score thresholds beyond expert by matchmaking. Really wish most of your videos and discussions are not always so negative. I mean, if the game is so bad, then why stream it? Okay, let's take a look at all of my videos. So, not a negative video. Alright? You could argue this is negative. Not a negative video. Alright? Not a negative video. Not a negative video. Alright? I talk about some issues with it in this video. Alright? Not a negative video. Not a negative video. Not a negative video. Okay? This one is where I'm grilling the community, not the game. Same thing here. Alright? Definitely, you know, more critical. Alright? Not a negative video. Not a negative video. Not a negative video. Not negative. Nope. 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 2 right here. Alright. Nope. 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 Like, brother. Just like with the casual modes. Bro sees 2 casual modes and thinks it's a casual game. Bro sees 2 negative videos and thinks I'm a negative person. Alright, let's keep scrolling. Let's keep scrolling. Genshin somehow stay afloat. Was matchmaking for 3 to 4-year-old dungeon in Inazumi region. And the matchmaking was instant. It's not a weekly dungeon either. Crazy. Honestly, that is pretty crazy. I don't really know anybody who plays co-op in like Genshin or Wuthering Waves. It's usually faster in my experience to clear it like solo. Well, if you want to fish, you don't need to build your character up though. It is a casual fishing game. Truth nuke, I guess. Shadow Shapers is the only reason I log on. I mean, everybody's got their reason, I guess. I just want to play Yolder and Estella. Yolder is in a rough spot right now, though. Yep. I want to catch incandescence clusters while fishing. Honestly, they should just do that. They should just, like, shadow patch the ability to catch, like, clusters while fishing and make it, like, a 0.01% chance. Holy, as is a casual fishing game. Think about it. You don't see the bigger picture. The D2 content creators are slowly quitting off. I've definitely heard about that situation. It didn't really seem that slow, though. It seemed like it all happened at once. Imagine this game, real endgame is Shadow Duels, and the Destiny thing is just a side quest to let you have fun. People think that criticizing his game is bad for it. If that was the case, they wouldn't make surveys. Exactly. Shadow Shaper is endgame. True. Maybe that's what I should put in like the next stream, like playing the real endgame in Destiny Rising, and I just do casual game modes for the rest, for the whole stream. You don't only have to talk about the good stuff happening, but also the bad stuff happening. Maybe something will change in the game. He's just a louder voice for us common people. Yeah. Like, trust me, I love this game. Like, do not get me wrong. I love Calamity Ops. Okay? I love the fact that I'm competing on a leaderboard for this game. Okay? I love the fact that I can compete because I'm a competitive person. Alright? But when it comes to other things about this game, you know, there are things to criticize. Like, I love Calamity Ops, but I do see the fact that these rewards being tied to, like, the leaderboard progression is an issue. Because there are so many people who are still, like, hard stuck in expert rank. Because they're not sweats. And they're getting significantly fewer rewards than I get. People really think gacha equals casual. Yeah. This might come out as like a hot take. Okay? This might be me getting a little bit spicy, but Uma Musume Pretty Derby is not a casual game. Okay? Uma Musume Pretty Derby, very, very competitive. Do you see, like, what the people who, like, play this game actively, like, do? They make my spreadsheets look like a joke. They've got, like, literally every single racetrack completely, like, figured out, data mined. They've got all the character data. They've got all the skill data. They are literally trying to breed, like, the perfect racehorses, like, known to man. And that's because one of the primary game modes in Uma Musume, like, one, there's team trials, but that's not the real PvP. The real PvP is the champions meet, which happens on a regular basis. And, like, the people who are actively playing Uma Musume that aren't just, like, reading the story and doing a career run for dailies, you know, the people who are doing the casual experience of the game, the people who are actively playing it, they plan for champions meet, and then they do champions meet, and then they start planning for the next champions meet. How's my score? Top 100? Because I'm in the, what's it called? I'm in Master 2. And do you think they'll ever make an activity where stuff like tanking will be important? I hope they do. Do you want a reward for time spent or skill then? I feel like skill should be the bigger reward than time spent. But here's the deal, is that right now, I don't really feel like there is a satisfying gameplay loop in Destiny Rising beyond, like, the end game. Because beyond the end game, beyond, like, getting higher scores and stuff, you've got, like, nothing. You do all your character quests, you're gone. Like, it's over. You do all of your energy, you're done. It's over. There's pretty much only, like, one intrinsic gameplay loop in Destiny Rising. And that's basically to just, like, push leaderboards. Gacha most of the time is the grindiest S ever. Genshin feels like crap compared to Warframe. Best MMO effing ever. Yeah, I'm gonna say I never really liked playing Warframe. Like, I played it for, like, 200 hours. I just couldn't get into it. Do you expect some kind of tuning to Ning or Mahamuri since he tops most leaderboards? It's illegal for them to nerf Ningfei. People paid money for Ningfei. It's illegal for them to nerf him. If anything, what's probably likely going to happen is that they're going to make the Shinkas stronger. Like, they're going to make it so that characters can't brute force Shinkas anymore. If anything's gonna happen. Is spending time a skill, though? The thing is, like, your time investment is, like, directly correlated to your skill. Like, somebody who spent let's say, let's go to Calamity Ops. Somebody who did 1 clear of Calamity Ops is not going to be better than somebody who did 10 clears of Calamity Ops. Just simply because in those 10 clears of Calamity Ops, they're going to earn more mastery over the activity itself. You could have somebody who has more mechanical skill right there, and if there's somebody who is willing to grind it more and build that mastery, build that skill up, they're going to outperform them. Have I seen Gwyn, little bro? It's easy. I mean, Gwyn's a pretty easy character, yeah. Don't nerf Ningfei, change the structure of Calamity ups, not make Ningfei mandatory in every strike. Yeah. I mean, even when it comes to, like, non-speedrun activities, like, Ningfei is just that cracked of a character. The thing is that Ningfei is the fastest character in the game, and he's also, like, cracked when it comes to damage and clearing. And every single endgame in Destiny Rising is a speedrun. I only log on to pet a cat, so it's a casual game. True. Well, let's see. I've got a message request. Oh, okay. This is actually something interesting. Give me a second. I gotta take a look at this. Wait, wrong tab. Or wrong window. Okay. All right. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to keep communicating with this guy because that's some good stuff. No, I've got another pink here. Okay. All right. Well, sorry about that. It's my biggest issues at the moment. All endgame is speedrun, which sucks. Yeah, I definitely think that there should be more endurance-based endgames, or like basically the challenge is to clear the activity rather than to do it the fastest. I do like the fact that there is speedrun endgame, because I do like it, but I do think that there should be other options and should be other challenge types. Subsistence is a purple perk would be goaded as a mythic. Well, I think we just have straight up mythic subsistence in this game. Yeah, it's called like Sinful Karma, which is just better subsistence. What's reincarnation? It mentions that perk. What weapon is it on?
The gold?
The white tiger symbolizes not only bravery.
Come.
Hummers. Reincarnation.
I'm not.
Focus, young blood.
Do any weapons of the game have reincarnation currently? Let me check the archives. Oh, right there, reincarnation. Oh, okay. It's just another final blow stacking perk. The issue is that you can add power to characters, but more than likely can't add speed. Exactly. Ningfei spamming Clone Dash and Lightning Strike to traverse the strike faster is not healthy for the mode. True, some weapons have a better perk than Subsistence as a mythic Wolfpack on it. Yeah. How is challenge mode Trespassers in Legendary campaign possible? 5 minutes is not enough time. You just need to build your characters better. Honestly. Completely understand the formative Warframe isn't addicting, but it's like comparing ultra hot goth girlfriend chick that kick you like a puppy every day versus a nice understanding person that is a Warframe. I mean, the big thing when it came to Warframe was the fact that, like, it really felt like I was just doing the same mission over and over again. Like, there would be different dialogue and stuff when I was progressing through the different planets, but it really just felt like I was doing the same crap over and over again. You guys would probably have the stupidest question, but I have to ask, can you use Catalyst in place of an exotic? No, you can't. Catalysts are one and done. Thoughts on Hellhest, upcoming art character? Well, I think it's definitely interesting. Like, so I'm pretty sure we do have like the clear to talk about Hellhest. I think they've. I mean, it's not like I didn't know this was coming. Like, even before she was, you know, leaked. I don't really have any thoughts on her yet. She definitely looks interesting, though. Only cons of Warframe is the format itself doesn't hook like reading Destiny to Win and how the game feels kind of janky. Let's see. Do I think Hellhest will be a Stella 2.0? I hope to God it's not Stella 2.0. Like, a character that is just super easy to play, but it's also as slow as a brick, and just, like, clears everything, like, just for free. Yeah, please not that. Any shot we can get a vid on pushing through the expert ranks 330k just feels insane. I mean, I've been working on, like, trying to get a really good run of Calamity Ops going. Problem is I just keep running out of attempts. But I feel like strategy is kind of really put together. You can say the same about Destiny. I mean, Destiny nowadays, probably, yeah. But I meant more so just like the different missions on the different planets felt like really samey to me. Especially because I had like very, very similar environments. The indoor structures that I was going through. Just wish Warframe was more gun-based rather than ability-based. Last I played, using my guns felt pointless. Right now, I don't even have enough for a 10. Ooh. Shadow Shaper is the best activity in the game. I don't really agree with that. I feel like Shadow Shaper has a very uninteresting meta right now. As somebody who has gotten to max rank in Shadow Shaper. They have to do a ranked mode for Shadow Shaper. That's one, an easy fix to deny Alright, that's one. An easy fix to deny Ning face speed is to lock new dungeon zones behind requirements. In order to unlock the new zone, you need all the members. Well, the thing is, if they do that, then people are just gonna start running 3 Ning Fays. Like, that's almost exactly what's gonna happen. I mean, people are already running, like, 2 Ning Fays in the current Calamity Ops. Like, all the top teams are running 2 Ning Fays in, like, a Gwyn or Yolder. And that's gonna be me up there as well. Like, the second I get a 2 Ning Fei team. People are only running, like, Gwyn, Yolder, and, in my case, Wolf, because it's slightly better to be able to pop all those shields like that. Because that's, like, less time that Ningfei, or less resources Ningfeis have to spend. But if they add a restriction like that, guess what? Bye. Bye. I mean, Wolf could probably still keep up, because he's still a fast character as well. So it might be something like 2 Ningfeis and a Wolf. But any character like Estella, like Yolder, who just doesn't move as fast, sayonara. And before the next NetEase Rising patch only adds increased legendary weapon drops to address energy complaints. Don't remind me. Or actually introduce mechanics in Calamity Ops puzzle or something. That would definitely work. But the thing is, like, if they introduce mechanics, that's just gonna make, like, speed or characters that can move faster even more important. Because, like, Estella, she's pretty much not completing mechanics in most of the activities. Maybe they need to power creep Ningfei. Oh my gosh, please do not. Well, wait, how is there only 7 teams that are past 330k, and how am I meant to rank up if no one else can? So, the thing is, when it comes to the lower ranks of Calamity Ops, like, Expert's gonna be slightly easier than Master. Trust me, like, getting to 330 or 340k is very doable on Expert rank Calamity Ops, if you're playing meta. But honestly, like, when it comes to Master, you gotta do double Ningfei. At least for, like, the 330. I don't think that there's a single Estella team that has above 330. At least right now. They're gonna add legendary weapon parameters to address pinnacle drop issues. In EU, we were able to do top 1, 338 with the Celic Winding Fae. Really? Well, definitely good for you. Unfortunately, top team over here is 345k with double Ning Fae. So, but it's nice to know that you can actually get 330k in Master. I definitely felt like we could, and a lot of the teams that I ran with were running into some, I'll call them skill issues between all players. Like, there were a couple times I messed up too, so I'm not just blaming my teammates. Okay, Oxy doesn't. You can't say that EU has trash leaderboards. Like, bro, what? So I should really invest into either Wolf or Ning, which you don't have.
If
I mean,
you have some free time, you should work on
those are
your
like those
weapons.
two characters are
They're
probably
good
going
for
to
you
be
and
the
for
most
others.
versatile and splashable characters in the game. Like Wolf
Backup's just
is going to be usable in all pieces of content, just like how Ningfei is going to be usable in all pieces of content.
That's because you don't get young people, Grandma.
I think I should probably get to... Okay, so primary, elemental, shields, 3 enemies with a single super, power weapons, multi-kills. Alright, let's refresh the super one. Support character... Alright. Well, let's see what is available in Chaos. Steel plate, spike shell. Okay. Now people see Ning is OP, they may not be interested in the next limited draw. Netties would not want that, you think? They probably wouldn't want it, yeah. But I don't think that they're going to be trying to make the next character be good in, like, comparison to Ningfei. I think they're just trying to make them be good in comparison to, like, a Tao.
Locked and loaded. Or whatever they say.
And before they release stasis characters that can pause the timer. Oh no. Please don't give them ideas. Alright. Let's get steel plate because I need to get weapon kills. Use 6 frontline keys, got 1 exotic spread mod, sad. Could be worse, you could use 6 frontline keys and get 0 mods. Yo, what's up, Time Loss? How's it going? You have 9 exotic spread mods? Mario's gonna be really happy. There's a jumping platform that left the realm with a 9. Yeah, I know about that. I did it already. I got both of the birds, and I also got the Lumaflies.
The party has a for the wrestling. I like this. Good deed of the day.
This means my
These runs yesterday kind of choked it a little bit. We definitely could have done better, but it was fun playing with you. Definitely improved a little bit hearing your advice. Yeah, I'm glad you had a good time with it, man.
from carrying.
Well. Oh wait, I just remembered. I'm still on my my wolf wish list. I should change that. Alright, back to my Ningfei wish list. Because I'm not grinding anymore, which means I'm just going for high base stat mods. Or not mods, artifacts. So let's get Nourishing Pact. Let's get... Where? Healing Veil. Rampaging Pact. And, I mean, I already have a high stat Valiant Veil, so... I'll just go ahead and put it in there, why not? Wish they'd let us save mod wish list. I do too. Right, let's get a balanced one. Unscathed. Sweet. Which spike shell for you right now is magic minded. That's because we're in different servers. Alright, let's see. Concentration. Nefei turned out to be a must-have / must-build character. Yeah.
The party has
Just want to say that I've been building my Ningfei since I got him pretty much. I was a believer.
Who's the gun when you have a light?
Let's see.
We could have had a few.
Power weapon multi-kill. Alright, now I just need to get
Oh, well.
primary weapon kills. Alrighty.
Oh, my back is sore.
My Ningfei does ticklish damage compared to every other I see. You just need to build them a bit better. Alright. There's an exotic. Another Valiant Veil. Ugh, what the hell? A 158 on a Pinnacle drop? And with attributes that bad? What? It's pretty good. I made it out with Queenbreaker. Well, I hope you're having a fun time with that, at the very least. Let's get the signing spread. I'm stalking the comment section. Nice. Stacks 8 times. Let's get the increased rate of fire. Run some chaos early and got 4 exotic artifacts. All 4 artifacts were not on my wish list. It's really tough. Went T5 with Tantu, should have did Ningfei. It's honestly really crazy. I wonder if, like, people are... so I've got a question. I know that MTash was, like, really into, like, the rerolling stuff. Did he tell people he rolled Ningfei to reroll? I'm curious on that. Because I know some people are rerolling because they got Ningfei.
Slow like lightning, strike like me.
Good deed of the day. Check. This means my staff will be
Right.
cooler than shocks.
Pretty good. Got all your mods at 220.
You're welcome.
Wait, you got all of your exotic artifacts to base 220? Weapon boost, super boost, signature boost. Honestly, I'll take that. I'll take that for now. No ability boost, which is a shame, but, you know, that is decent enough setup. And, you know, I'll spend some blue pinnacle energy, why not? But exit without save. Kind of dumb that I'm going for, like, the artifacts other than Valiant Veil on my Ningfei, and I've only gotten Valiant Veils. Like, look at how many of these I have. Wait a second. Wait, I already have... Oh, I already have that roll. Pretty much. It's just vulnerability bonus instead of solar boost. Never mind. I guess I shouldn't take it. Yay. That's so awesome and cool. Oh well. What can you do?
The eye of the storm opens.
Alright, well, time to get another +1. Here we go. He made a few videos and told people to reroll if you got him. The amount of people that listen to him is kind of scary. I wonder how those people feel now. Going like, oh man, I got tuning face on my reroll account. Well, I guess I better reset. They got a Tan2 or a Yolder. I wonder how they feel now, knowing what they know.
I hear it.
TBF, no one knew how the meta would shake out in the first few weeks. Yeah, but, you know, that's also one of the main reasons I told people not to reroll.
What threats are out there today?
He also talks a lot of smack about Gwyn, then created a new account, got 2 Gwyn, and said F my main account. Yeah. That was almost me. I was blessed with 4 Ning phase on my first day. It truly was a blessing. You know, I got Ning phase my first 5-star. I got him from my mythic guarantee, the early guarantee. Alright, well, let's increase this solar damage bonus. Alright, well, now I honestly don't really have anything else that I really want or need from the Haven's Crest. What were people reroll? Yeah, they were rerolling. Okay, his SMG is not Dookie. Okay, this thing's a monster. I started out not liking Ning, but now he's one of my favorites. Yeah, like the Ning Fei Ascension is meteoric. It's crazy. Goofy slaps harder than half the exotic primaries in this game. Honestly, yeah. Like, the fact that the only thing that beats out Kulfi is a maxed out Huckleberry is kind of crazy. At least in the SMG slot. Imagine re-rolling 97 times to Ning Fei. This changes everything. Yeah. Everybody's kid is like, nah, I'm keeping him. Can you re-roll perks on exotic mods? Nope. Nope, you cannot. Alright. Well, I've got enough for another catalyst. Question is what exotic what I put the catalyst on. Haven't decided yet. I've only got like 13 more catalysts left to get. You know, I don't really know what I should record today. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm a bit lost on that, at least. Alright, well, looks like we got into the stronghold. Or would every grind aspect of this game suck so darn much? I want to say, like, every grind aspect, but a lot of it, yeah. Because at the very least, we do have, like, selector engrams that we can focus. Granted, you only get about, like, 50 of these in a week, and I've already done my 50 before it turns into, like, 150 synthesizing. Small odds for exotic artifacts. Exotic mods have random perks that can make or break a rare mod. You get bottlenecks on every single resource. Yeah.
Your backups just arrived.
Nice. If an ideal is easy to achieve.
Be sure to check your progress for all ongoing tasks.
All right. Well, I think I'll do my front lines in Jiangxi Metro. Get my front lines and my daily quests done. Daily commissions. Is Bullseye Rebate plus Allocation Factor the god roll? It's definitely a really good roll. I prefer Fraternity over Bullseye Rebate. Maybe if when Bullseye Rebate gets an exotic mod, it'll be better. Or at least, like, more worth it to run, but I don't really see it as that worth it to run right now. Lumia calc video? I mean... that could work, yeah. Alright.
Hunting void!
Oh, of course you just teleport away.
Unexpected victory.
Oh jeez, I'm actually almost like maxed out my Jiangxi Metro reputation. I didn't realize how close it was. Negativity aside, game is amazing. Oh yeah, like the only reason I have been like this vocal about the issues is because I think the game is freaking amazing. And these aspects about the game are like making the game feel worse to play by like a significant margin. And if it weren't for those things, then it would be a much better experience. So you gotta go to the cargo passage now. Not annihilation plus allocation vector? No. Why would you want a perk that only works for like the final 30% of the enemy's health bar versus a perk that is almost the same damage increase, but works for the entire health bar on every enemy? Oh, there's a crazy chunk of it? Alright. Well, I'm max Jiangxi Metro reputation now. Well, that's one less thing that I could potentially be doing in Destiny Rising now. I'm scared that I might have done, like, everything in Destiny Rising before Act 2. Because we've got, like, 9 more days until Act 2. And I'm scared between, like, my different streams and play sessions that I'm actually going to get, like, every single seal and every single triumph completed. Can you hoard the battle pass currencies? You might be able to. Which, that was like some crazy lag for a second right there.
Blame yourself for getting in my way.
Alright. If you're gonna do the doll, I need to bail out. I'm close to oh, okay. Alright.
Talk to you later.
I mean, I could do it off stream if you want. Like, Fires Rising, the #1 Destiny Riser. I guess. So I've seen people acclaim level 77 or higher, just confused on how they were able to get that high. It's a very simple thing. It's called throwing. They neglected building like their top character in order to spread out the materials more across the rest of their cast. You can only hoard the Battle Pass weapon tokens, not the Battle Pass tokens. Alright. How's my resources looking? Probably a bit higher than most people's. But definitely not, like, comfortable. I'm definitely not, like, feeling like I'm comfortable right now. I think I'm gonna save my clusters for the next character to come out. Because between the monthly reset happening tomorrow and the next Calamity Ops reset, I should have enough to max out the next limited when she releases. Especially because I've got my two most important units in, like, at the level investment that I really need them to be. I mean, if I really need to, I can level 18 Arts of Staff. Which will probably be important once I get to, like, T5, T6. But his artifacts are a lot more important, and I just have not had a good time getting the rolls that I need. Not a good time at all. Got freaking, like, 166, 160... I don't know, like 167? No, it's like 168. These aren't even any better. I mean, at least once I get, like, a high roll nourishing pact, I can attribute transfer this one onto it. Healing Veil still... I mean, this one's not bad either on the Healing Veil. I just need to get a high attribute one to actually drop. That's the issue. Annihilation is far better than Fraternity. Is it, though? It seems we don't get the blue boat draw tokens as much as before. How should we balance drawing new banners versus permanent banner as a light spender? That's a difficult question. A very, very difficult question. The thing is, I want to say you should definitely, like, prioritize getting or, like, saving up for limited units. But the thing is, like, Ning Fei, getting him to T6 is just, like, such a value increase that, like, I don't really know exactly if there's, like, a proper answer to it. So, like, this is my Fraternity roll. Oh, wait, to actually give Annihilation a chance, I should turn off Infinite Health. So, like, let's just compare how quickly they go down. Okay, so, you know, about like 7, 8 seconds. All right, now let's take a look at the fraternity allocation. Or what's it called? Annihilation allocation. And let's just make sure that I've got the proper mod on here as well. Just so that they've both got the same setup.
Don't underestimate them.
All right.
You're out of your league.
It's like the exact same. Like, at best, I can say it's the same. Annihilation is a constant damage buff. It just ramps up how low the health is. Okay, but like Fraternity is also a constant damage buff. I have no perk upgrade. I mean, is it going to make that big of a difference? Like for the final 30, like it's not going to be that big of a difference, man. I don't really know what to say. And the thing is, that's only good if you're actually like hitting the targets at that low health. And like the big thing when it comes to like low health targets, especially ones where like that damage would really matter. Okay? Do you know what you can do to low health targets in this game? You can finisher them. 65% when it's like at low health. When it's at low health. All right? You're not going to be getting this until they're like almost already at that finisher threshold. Okay. My argument is that it's really low at the top and really big at the bottom. All right? But the problem is, in this bottom threshold, which is what we're talking about right here, which is where the damage is coming from, you can finish your enemies. Like, aren't finishers usually slower kill than 2 more shots? It's definitely not going to be a lot more than 2 more shots, especially on the enemies that, like, this extra damage would matter on. Like, in a Shinka situation. Like, you're going to want to finisher these guys. A lot of the time. Middle makes up for the top, brother. Come on, do the math. They have to have, like, 5% health to finish. It's definitely not as low as 5%. Annihilation is for bosses. Okay, but we're talking like this is a primary weapon right here. Like we're not using primaries against bosses in the first place. And when we're dealing with like red bars that you're like maybe 3 tapping, wouldn't most of the damage that you're doing against these guys be when their health bar is, you know, mostly full? Obviously, when you're out of heavy, honestly, if you're out of heavy and going up against the boss, I think you're just cooked. Like, I think you need to go back to the drawing board on the encounter. And another thing that you're not like taking into account when it comes to Fraternity is the fact that you get the extra reload speed as well, which is extremely important on a primary weapon. Which also allows you to run stuff like rate of fire increases and also run stuff like the, what's it called, magazine increases as well. Not when enemies have modifiers and get tanking as hell, it gets lower. Okay, but like honestly, when it comes to Calamity Ops, I don't think anybody's using your primary weapons. Like hardly ever at all. When it comes to the top tier, like look at any top clearing Calamity Ops team. How often are they using their primary weapons? Especially to like clear enemies. They're like using their abilities, they're using their heavies, and that's more than enough. Primary weapons in this game are honestly like some of the most useless things ever. Fraternity does not have a downside because Fraternity is always active if you're in solo. Oh, solo queuing? I mean, if you're solo queuing, then I feel like you're already cooked. Use it because my RNG sucks. I'm getting double mythic Fraternity is piss power. I keep getting a rare on the second slot. That sucks. Annihilation isn't scaling as people think. It's a separate threshold, not a ramp up. Yeah, like... I mean, I can just test it right now and, like, see the, how it scales, like, when it starts ramping up. So, like... 1751? Alright. When is the damage increase? Okay. So, like, right there. That's when I get the first damage increase. So, 1751 initially, now it's 1680, or 1868. So, you know, get out the percentage calculator. So, 1751 to... It was, or 1868. Alright, so that's about like a 6% damage increase. And look at how much health bar we've already taken up for like this very, very minimal increase right here. I'm talking, this is like 7%. Alright, we keep going. Alright, we get to... Alright, we're already right here for the next damage increase. Alright, 1985. Alright, 1985. There. Alright, and now it's finishable. Okay, it's finishable right now. So... by the time you're getting, like, the maximum damage increase, the enemy's already almost finishable. Like, that's literally what I've been saying. So, like, we can get him low again. Alright? So, right here. So, like, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's as much, like, effective damage that you're getting out of this. Like, right there. Like, you've got right there with, like, the small increase. And then you've got right there where, like, the big increase begins. And, like, right here is where the finisher starts.
Shall I help you confirm the next mission?
If I have an exotic assault mag mod with Fraternity perk on my sworn oath, should I get Fraternity and Time Marches on, or is Fire Rush just too good? I mean, you can do Fraternity, Time Marches on. Fire Rush is a bit better when it comes to stunning the Shinkas. You'll get a bit more damage with a Fraternity, Time Marches on roll, and obviously you do have the reload speed increase, which is really, really nice. but it's not. Yeah, like obviously, like you're using Sworn Oath primarily to stun Shinkas, so the Time Marches on, or the Fire Rush Time Marches on, is just gonna be better for that role. I don't have the perk. Okay, but you're not listening, man. You're not listening. Okay, right here, like right here. This is where like that perk upgrade would be like hitting, like right here. All right, and right here is where the enemy becomes finishable. Where those like super tanking enemies start becoming finishable. Okay, so you're basically only like getting the effective damage increase for like a tankier target for like right here. Okay? Yeah, for like the first 33%, you're getting like nothing. For like the 66 to 33, you're getting like a bit. And for that last 33, which, by the way, once you get to like 20%, it becomes like finishable. That's when, the damage like fully kicks in. Annihilation may be better if you're under light fighting a boss or something, ready to use Fraternity though. Yeah, because when it comes to Fraternity, you're getting that 35% damage increase for the entire health bar. Especially like this up here.
You're here.
And like I said, when it came to how effect and the damage increases that I'm getting for this, it's probably more coming from allocation vector than it is coming from the actual perk itself. I've got a Fraternity. I'm pretty sure I've got 2 different cool fees as well. Like I can test that on the cool fees. Like I've got an Annihilation Syncopation cool fee, and I've got a Fraternity Syncopation cool fee. So that's another thing that I can test right here. So we just add another servitor onto the ground. So it's like a second on that guy. And Fraternity Syncopation. Also, very, very similar. Alright, let's get like 2 huge health bars, okay? So
The eye of the storm open.
like you would never want to be doing this in the first place. But this is like showing like several mags, so the reload speeds are taken into account and are important. So got that in about like 18 or so seconds. Okay, and if Annihilation is, well, supposedly so much better, if I had the perk upgrade, it'd probably be a little bit more comparable. But the thing is, I was also losing time on the reloads.
Your light must be honed.
And the other thing is that, like I said before, you're getting the majority of your damage increases when they are finishable. So if you're like struggling that much with like getting an enemy down that you like really, really need your primary stuff, you're probably gonna finisher them instead of shooting at them with your primary weapon.
Your friends are fighting hard. Don't leave them behind.
Calculated that the time to kill with surrounded with 45% is like 3% faster than with Annihilation, but you need enemies near you. Well, yeah, exactly. Like, the reason why I value Fraternity is that it's just going to work all the time. I just reached team level 52, and I need to increase power to the recommendations to increase the legendary artifact to level 50. You have Ning and Estella with level 10 abilities, missing out on some power level. I think you just need to upgrade your equipment. Take off the fret mod to see. I mean, it's going to be much slower regardless because I don't have an exotic monster to replace it, but I can literally just do the exact same thing on both. And you know what? It'd probably be much better to do it with the total lockdown because this one actually does have a higher gear level. So that would definitely skew things a little bit. So I'm going to swap back to total lockdown and do that.
How many?
So
Could you check if there are any fishing spots nearby?
just do this real quick on total lockdown. You know, just to say that I did my due diligence.
Don't underestimate them.
All right, and I'm just gonna do body shots because otherwise the allocation vector is gonna like really tune things up. So, okay, let me do it on a major. Like this is gonna take way too long with the mini boss. So let's just put down some servitors. I just realized that I didn't reset the timer first. All right. Alright, so that was like 13 seconds.
You're here.
Pretty much
Here's today's agenda.
the same right there. If I'm just like using the gun straight up. And it's not going to make a big difference because remember, that's like this last little tiny bit of the health bar. And you're going to make up that difference with the better reloads. That was 1 second shorter. Yeah, so like, even with that in case, like the fraternity versus the annihilation, yeah, it's not a giant difference. At least, you know, like if you got the perk upgrade on annihilation, you know, it's probably gonna make up that second difference. But the thing is that fraternity is going to like edge it out when it comes to the reload speed and the handling. And again, like if you are going up against an enemy that's that tanky, you're probably going to finish them because the finisher is probably going to be faster than doing the last little bit with your rinky dinky primary weapon. And when it comes to heavies, there are much better options than annihilation on like every single heavy weapon in this game. Kakalek, I mean, annihilation's probably just going to be the best on Kakalek. Just because Surrounded's not as consistent. But trust me, well, actually, now that I think about it, Fraternity might not be the best for a sword because you don't actually get the extra reload speed. If it gave it extra charge rate, that would be like a world of difference, though. And again, like, yeah, BLK Arm makes a really good point. Frat will do more damage in multiplayer when things die too fast. Exactly. Like, because there are going to be other people who are defeating enemies, and you're only getting your, like, damage increase when they're at lower HP. Reload speed is not so much crucial on a Mecho because of Void Step. Okay, on one character.
If an idea is
One character in the game where it's not so crucial. And the thing is that Void Step is not a permanent state that you can get on Umeko. Like, when you're pretty much only going to get like 2 reloads in Void Step. Usually. And then it's on cooldown for a few seconds. Another thing is that it kicks off the rip without needing the enemy to have their health bar lowered if you want to get the most out of the value before switching to heavy. Instant value? Exactly. How do you get Wolf's primary perk? His primary perk? What do you mean his primary perk? Also, you're not running Partridge on Yolder? Not currently. Mostly because I don't need the Solar or the Blast coverage on Yolder right now. And so Cacklick's going to edge it out there. Annihilation is either bugged or calced differently. You compare consistency rather than on paper comparison. Some people made a post on edit about it instantly. Annihilation isn't scaling as people think. It's a separate threshold, not a ramp up. Yep. What's better for Estella, Furies, or Gallows? I'd say right now, because it's like Void Shields and stuff in Endgame, it's Gallows, but also it seems that Estella's not even, like, the meta character for Endgame right now. It seems that Double Ning is just the way to go, like Double Ning plus Shield Popper. I fell off platforms a lot using a Mecha Void Step due to focusing on the damage and not realizing where the mandatory dash would take me. Nice. Music Fraternity, Dismember It, Kakalek. Ow. Give me that roll. How'd you get that? What about that one Arc's Horde? Is the Void one best in slot? It seems that the Kakalek is just dealing more damage than Nobunaga. It's also going to use fewer stacks, so you get more buffed hits with Kakalek compared to Nobunaga. Dismemberment's a really, really good perk. Oh, the perk on Sworn Oath? This is what you want for Sworn Oath. If I was, what's Gwyn's damage rotation? Is it dash, concerto, shoddy dump, or ultimate dash into concerto, shoddy dump? I'm not a Gwyn expert. I'm gonna be completely real. And it would also depend on the artifacts you're running as well, because the different artifacts will determine like what you're actually doing. Can't believe how much time has been had here for something that converts to like a 1 second difference. Lol. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was just this one guy. He was like vehemently saying that no, Annihilation's just that much better. I swear, people just want to be different. Like, straight up, a lot of people just want to be different. It's like the people who are saying, like, Sweet Business is meta on Wolf. Like, a lot of people just want to be different. Hold on, you didn't read her name correctly. Try it again. Uwu Mecha. Anti-meta. Oh no, the thing is that they're talking about it in like a meta way. They're not saying like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, like it's not meta, but I just have so much more fun with this, and it's like so much cooler." No, it's they're talking on meta perspectives. Like this is the meta. This is the secret meta that people aren't telling you about. Wolf's best AR is Cyros. True. As long as you can clear stuff, it doesn't matter, but Calamity Ops, you need to be fast AF to get higher ranks. Exactly. Like, the thing is, and I bring this up in my Is Destiny Rising a Casual Game video, and which I recorded on last stream, which a lot of you probably saw. You have to play meta. Like, just getting the clear isn't good enough if you want to be pushing for those higher tier rewards to, like, the necessary character building materials. I was saying as well, but glad you put in the work to test it. Frat's definitely better in 9 out of 10 situations. Exactly. Confirm that Kakalak with Annihilation Dismemberment with both perk upgrades is the insane amount of damage. Yup. People say meta, all of them don't get that Ikora is the real meta. True. Wolf SMG gives faster move speed. Yeah, so the thing about Wolfpack is that it is essentially a luxury option. Okay, if you are clearing with your abilities and your super and your like Mahamiri that well that you essentially don't need a primary, then you can run Wolfpack for the faster movement speed and the ability to pop void shields. But if that's not you, then the cool feat is just going to be better. They need to make us able to reset exotics at least one time because a lot of people messed up upgraded random exotics that are bad, especially Borealis. Like, I'm definitely glad that Huckleberry, when fully maxed out, is actually a decent option. But yeah, there are some people who like upgraded Borealis or something like that. It's like, oof. I want to say this competitive side of the game for resources feels a bit off, especially considering almost every leaderboard we got caps your power to level the playing field. Well, actually, a lot of people don't know this, but you don't get power capped in Calamity Ops. If you're higher power in Calamity Ops, you will be doing more damage. Many of us upgraded Huckle and Borealis. Well, I mean, Huckle's gonna be, like, the best option for Yolder with Kakalik if you don't need Solar and Blast. You need T6 to make Wolfpack worth it? Exactly. And that's why I say it's a luxury option. Ikora, best light bearer to focus on right now. Easy rank spot. Yeah, but we're not ready to have that conversation.
I've organized the recent news for you.
Would it be better to build T1 Estella or T6 Wolf? I mean, both are going to be good, but honestly, I feel like if you are able to play Wolf at a high level, and this is like only if you're able to play Wolf at a high level, you could probably get more mileage out of him. Otherwise, Estella. Really good QL feature they could put in is dismantle artifacts and giving back refactor items since they keep changing and balancing some artifacts. Yeah. Just got full level 8 exotic mods for a sworn oath. Now he's at 67k. Sick. Do you think going for Stella T1 is safe for future characters?
Here's today's agenda.
If you're going for talents for Stella, you gotta go 3 or higher. Her T1 is not gonna do much for you at all. Same thing with her T2. It's not gonna do much for you at all. If you really want to push a Stella, you gotta go to tier 3 or higher. Yo, good morning, Fire. Yeah, good morning to you too, Indigo. How you doing? Watching my boy Fi play Wolf may be substantially better at her, even with playing with a controller. Yep. I'm definitely going to work on that Wolf guide. Maybe that's something that I should do off stream today. Like, I make my Wolf guide today. If I don't have any impact characters for the Void Impact Expanse, could you counter it with something else? Yeah. Like, straight up, when it comes to the Void Expanse, you can just use Ningfei or Wolf. Like, Ningfei's clearing the fastest in the Void Expanse right now. I did a bum run on my Ningfei, died twice. So, if it wasn't a bum run, it'd be a 543. And my Ningfei's not even maxed out. Like, if you need to, like, clear either of these expanses, you can just run Wolf or Ningfei. If you play them well enough. My Wolf is 71k, and I've kept up with 70k plus Gwyn and Estella's damage during Grandmaster content. He's a cracks 4-star. Absolutely. Thoughts on Hellhest? I mean, I don't really know much about her or her kit. I know that she's the next upcoming character. It's definitely going to be interesting to see what they do with an arc unit with Ningfei in the game. 2 weeks hard stuck on mods to complete the void side of the expanse. That is definitely rough.
I've organized the recent news for
The
you.
most recent comment I can't. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Let's see this most recent comment. All right. The real endgame is the comment section. Let's see. What's really funny about people is the thing is that the top players right now are mobile players. Like, a lot of the top players are mobile players. You see this guy right here? This guy right here, mobile player. He plays on a touch screen. What's the build for Wolf? Ability oriented, weapon oriented. I'll say I'm on the sweaty side of the coin, but I understand where they're coming from. People are coming and thinking about this game as an alternative to Destiny 2. This is a mobile game that half the players play on PC. On our mobile devices overheat, throttle, battery die. Y'all don't have those issues on PC. The mobile experience is significantly worse. I've seen people do 360 and land precision hits. I can barely double jump and land. This is a skill issue. Like, genuinely, this is a skill issue. There are many sweaty mobile players, but very few where skill gap is an issue. The battery issue is another mess. My phone died on second encounter of Eclipse when we were about to clear it. That's not even talking about the lag when the game throttles. I mean, try playing this on a Chromebook, and like it's simply just a fact that this guy's got a bad phone. And I play with a mobile player. One of my teammates during the Eclipse raid, he played on a tablet and used an Ethernet adapter in order to play. Like, this is a hardware issue he's going through right now. All right. Not gonna lie. It seems like you're playing or just playing with some poor hardware right now. Many of the top players in Destiny Rising are mobile touchscreen players. In fact, most of the, or not most, in fact, one of the key players dominating all of the leaderboards in NA and got the fastest time with his team in the Eclipse leaderboard worldwide is actually a mobile player. I feel like if you got a better phone or tablet, you probably wouldn't be having as many issues. Conversely, if someone was playing on an old or bad PC, they would likely be having similar issues to you. Reply. Using a 1995 calculator. This game is fine for me on mobile, but sometimes crashes when I log in. Then that's great. I have the same issue. Like the crashing when logging in, sometimes that happens to me all the time. Well, not all the time. It hasn't happened to me for a little bit. But yeah, that's more of an app issue than like a hardware issue. Play on iPad with an Xbox Elite controller. A lot of players are using backbone controllers on their phones. Yeah. Unfortunately, Destiny Rising is not working properly on Mac OS. Oh, that's tough. My bro, my team cleared Eclipse leaderboard 18 with a dude on iPhone 13. Lol, trying to play 60 FPS with max graphics. Yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm waiting for a Destiny Rising PC port emulator get crashed for a few menus interactions. Like if I open and close and switch to other menu and activity, you get hanged while your Destiny runs at 120 FPS. Okay. I hope they release a proper PC client. TBH, Moo works great, but I can tell there's a bit of like blur all over the game. Game looks much crisper when you try it on my tablet. Just for graphical reasons, Moo plays just fine. Yeah, I would definitely like a proper PC port as well. Oh jeez. Oh wow, this guy's comments getting downvoted to oblivion. Oh my gosh. This was the top comment initially, and now it's all the way down here. Oh man, Automaton's here. You just talking in circles right now. You can play all these primary game modes you're talking about casually. Can is the key word. Can. Can. That's the key word that I've always been saying. You can interact in a casual basis. Will that benefit you? No. Will that get you the majority of the rewards? No. Will that put you behind other players? Yes. Just because is it like the primary pushing thing that they've been like pushing with the events and like the modes and stuff? No. Like, come on, I'm using an old iPhone 13 Pro Max and the game's flying. It's one of the most optimized games you ever played. Yeah, like I said, when it came to that guy up there, I'm pretty sure it's just a hardware issue. All right, where am I talking in circles? One of my statements is, or was always, that it's a game you can play casually. I never said it wasn't. My point is that the primary focus for every event thus far, and for one of the primary game modes, is the fact you are competing for the rewards. If you interact with the game on a casual basis, you will be progressing significantly slower compared to those who are competing, and will be getting significantly, or and will be missing out on the primary function of the events thus far. Just because you ignore the competitive parts the game is pushing does not make the game non-competitive. Any game with leaderboards or balancing is competitive in nature? Exactly. Tao's the cutest character right now above Feet Woman. Who's Feet Woman? 2 more days until we see what they're going to do to fix the game. So, I don't know if this is confirmed yet, but we might not actually have an update or downtime on Thursday. Because I heard that they're going to be skipping this update because there's like a festival going on in China right now. Why does Wolf female voice pack are not female enough to use what? Any game is competitive, that's the nature of games? Not necessarily. Okay? Like Minecraft, I'd say is not a competitive game. You can make Minecraft competitive, but is the primary function of Minecraft to be like going up against other players? No. The primary function of Minecraft is like, one, it's primarily a single player game. It's a game that definitely functions very well in multiplayer, but it's very much not a competitive game. Terraria as well. You can make it competitive. You can do competitive things with Terraria, but is it primarily a competitive game? No. Okay, if I agree on the point about events, if you just do the activity, you get a lot of rewards. Yes, the thing is, like, if you do the activity, you do get rewards. However, the primary function of one of the primary draws of the events is to compete for these rewards up here. And like I said, again, it's something that you can interact on a casual basis. You can interact with this stuff casually, but the primary function of it is not casual. Brother, I watched the video. That point is mute because of just how most quote or in parentheses very casual games work. By the way, your only point it was the resource gating to which I answered to. Some of the most casual games have leaderboards. Would you say Nikki, COC, Honkai Impact, AFK Arena, AFK Journey are not casual games? I didn't say that if a game has a leaderboard, that it's like a not a casual game. What I did say is that if you are literally being pushed to compete against other players for rewards, then it's competitive in nature. If you're telling me AFK Arena is not a casual game because it has a leaderboard that you can compete with other players, I'll accept your definition. Stop arguing. That's a game you can actively play 10 minutes per week at most. I mean, for me, Wu was a lot less casual than most of these games I mentioned, and it doesn't have leaderboards. The gameplay and depth, potential, and complexity is what makes it less casual, and not the resource, nor gating, nor presence of leaderboards. That's a pretty silly point, with all due respect. Okay. So, a game can have leaderboards and still be casual. However, my point was that this game, or let me like fix the punctuation here. However, my point is that this game pushes you to compete for those rewards. Additionally, the rank up score thresholds are extremely tight for expert and above for anyone who isn't sweating. Meaning that any person who could rank up is likely also going to be competitive. Naturally, any game where competing against other players for rewards is going to be for rewards or as a primary function main game mode is going to be a competitive game in nature. Let me just remove naturally at the start. There we go. That reads better. Most competitive games are casual friendly with casual focused modes. Partly due to the fact that it can be exhausting to compete. But I would never say a game like Overwatch is casual because you can play the arcade when the primary mode for that game, and many like it, is the ranked. And the same goes for Destiny Rising. There we go. Never played WUA, but will consider this as an alternative if Destiny Rising is dead. Well, it's going to be very different from Destiny Rising. They're both gacha games, but they're very, very different. What makes leaderboards competitive are the rewards, obviously. Yeah. Like, if it was just, like, okay, you can compete for leaderboards, but the position doesn't matter, like it's a cosmetic at best, then, yeah, it wouldn't matter too much. But the thing is, we are literally competing for, like, necessary character building materials. AFK Journey is competitive with casual aspects. Comparing a looter shooter to an idle game is beyond me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's why I pointed out. See, the thing about complexity of making games less casual is what I agree. I think Destiny has a lot of gameplay depth too. Like, even without resources of power leaderboards, W/E, or whether the difference between two players is huge in this game, just knowledge-wise, like for pathing, shinkas, etc. Yeah. The reward differences aren't that significant, though, are they? I mean, they're pretty significant. I mean, going from somebody who is, like, just meeting the score thresholds to somebody who is competing in, like, the top 100. Like, if you're in Master 1, okay, which is basically, like, the bare minimum that you can achieve if you're hitting the score thresholds, which most people can't even do. But if you're hitting Master 1, that's 5 incandescence clusters per reset. And, like, anywhere from 25 to 35 cores. Okay? You go to Master 2, like, you have to compete to get in here. And you're either getting 35, which is, like, basically the same as Promotion Zone. And so this would be like if you aren't able to stay in. If you're in the top 50%, then you get an extra incandescence cluster every single week. Or not week, every single reset. And another set of infusion cores and some more Lumia. But, you know, you get to top 100, that's 2 additional ones. And an additional 10 cores from anywhere you could get in Master 1. And up to 20 additional infusion cores per reset. So this is almost 50% more clusters than what the majority of the player base is going to be getting. Well, I guess, like, if we count this, it's probably a bit closer to 33%. If you spend in the game and get every new character, it's 100% going to make a difference, but at 1 character per month, if you're free to play, you're going to end up with more infusion cores and characters in the long run, that's for sure. Yeah. Looking forward to Duet Night Abyss if DR doesn't make it. I'm looking forward to Duet Night Abyss as well. I mean, even if DR makes it, I definitely am going to be, like, working through Duet Night Abyss as well. Completely random teammates. Expert 2 might be where I have to stop progression without 2 people you can communicate with. Exactly. Because that's another thing that people don't realize when it comes to ranking up and Calamity Ops. You need a team. You need 2 other players to, like, sweat with, to compete. And that's like a big wall for people. 4 days reset is bad. Oh yeah, that's also another thing that I didn't mention. Is that there are the rank rewards that you get. Like, if you never break into Overseer, if you never break into top 100, you're missing out on 40 Infusion Cores, 100 Lumia Leaves, and 2 Clusters every single season. But bro, these clusters are pointless. You only need 1 to 2 characters to complete all the content. You only need 1 to 2 characters currently to complete all the content. You do not know if that's going to change in the future, and you do not know if your characters that you have built right now are going to continue to be meta. If you have Ningfei, Ningfei's probably going to keep being meta. But if you built Yolder or Gwen, I do not think that these characters are going to remain meta when Impact leaves. Like, when there's no longer Impact Shinkas, I don't think either of these characters are going to be used in endgame. And I'm going to be completely honest with that. Because the endgame is going to revolve around new units that release. And that means, like, older units are not going to have the Shinkas. And until we get to a point where, like, there's overlap.
Why, of course they deserve it.
These people that swiped early will have more resources to stay competitive on top. It's exponential growth, and they'll have more flexibility to adapt to the meta shifts due to more resources. So yeah, it's very significant. That's an excellent way to put it, Anonymous. I don't think I could have, like, said it any better than that right there. You only need Ningfei to complete the content? Well, you only need Ningfei to complete half the content. Okay? Like, but the thing is, you also need a friend who has a really well-built Ningfei, or, like, some other units to play in this game to get through Calamity Ops. But if you only have a built Ningfei, then you still have the other side to complete. You still have to have another character built in order to beat the Expanse. This is how all gachas work. It's constant power creep. Yep. Why is your name not coming when you type Destiny Rising? Only there in, like, 10th place or something? I mean, beats me, honestly. Like, Destiny Rising. Mostly because there's a lot of, like, kind of tourist CCs who are playing Destiny Rising, right? Or, like, who make videos. Like, Aztecross and Sweatsickle are always going to get, like, more views than me and be more relevant just because they're much bigger channels. Like, Sir Demetrius, he just is relevant in general. People drop out of your group if you show up with a built Yolder. Now imagine later she wasn't that bad at the beginning of the game. Yeah. In WoW, you need skills to clear endgame, to clear content, and people still clear endgame with a 4-star till now. Yeah, exactly. But the thing is with WoW, like, you don't really need to sweat that hard if you just, like, build your team right. And it is insanely easy to build a team well in WoW. Like, legitimately, you just put the echo stuff, like, you put the echo set on your character, you put, like, you match the crits on your character, you get, like, 2 out of 5 substats, and you get, like, some really basic supports, and you clear. Like, it's just that easy in WoW. It's not popping up because of, or for others because of their algorithm. That's another thing. Like, search is algorithm based rather than, what's it called? Rather than, you know, like, actual search, which is kind of stupid. Well, to be as fair as possible, placing on leaderboard for Expanse doesn't give you anything really. Yeah, and that's why I, like, mentioned in my video that if the endgame was like Expanse, where the only thing you need to worry about is getting the clear, then it would not be like as sweaty. It would not be as competitive. Because if all this leaderboard did was give you like titles and stuff to put on like as a cosmetic, that'd be mostly fine. But the fact of the matter is that every single event we've had thus far has been like competing for rewards and doing like really difficult activities for rewards.
Respects the Whisperer's ideas. Is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Also, problem is the players too. When they see a Wolf, Yolder, or any of the characters other than Ning or Gwen or Stella, they just leave or don't even try. That's definitely a problem with the players. But the thing is that like the players are like the player expectations are downstream from the game expectations. If the score thresholds for Calamity Ops were not nearly as tight, you would probably be seeing people who are like more willing to play with, you know, like non-meta team comps. But the fact of the matter is that if you're not running meta in Calamity Ops, you're not clearing. You're not, like, progressing. Just because of how the game mode is structured. I'm gonna rig YouTube algorithm by clicking your name under Destiny Rising on all of my other YouTube accounts. Nice. They seriously need to nerf the damage of weapons versus the incorrect Shinka. This is the whole point of needing to build and work on other characters. I don't really think that it's that big of a problem in the game. Like, I feel like it would be really, really good for the game to allow that with, like, some other structural changes. I really like that aspect, but this game needs other structural changes in order to, like, really facilitate that. Well, when I search up Destiny Rising, your latest video shows up first. I guess, yeah, it's just different algorithms, I suppose. Clips event gave you the clear engram just for finishing the leaderboard was something for cosmetics, same with Morgrins. Say that Calamity is the main gate and Expanse is less bad offender. Yeah. But it's also not just like the fact that like you got, well, you also did get more rewards in general. I don't think there were rewards that really mattered. I think it was like a small amount of Lumia leaves for placing high on the leaderboard for the event. And I know you get artifactual essences for the leaderboard in Morgan's Hunt. Not a significant amount, but, you know, it's still materials. The cosmetics are, like, one of the main draws. But when it comes to, like... but the thing is that it's a primary function of the event. Like, the leaderboards aren't just something tacked on. The leaderboards are something to push for. That they... like, right there. Leaderboard here. Leaderboard here. Core event rewards. Leaderboard. Top 30%. It's something that they're pushing people to do and incentivizing people to compete. The reason why it's a big deal when TBF, I don't find those leaderboard rewards a big deal at all. The events ones, I mean, it's just like any token reward. Only one that matters is Calamity Ops. We will see in the long run. It's a big deal, not. It's a big deal when weapon loadouts and elemental restrictions are a thing, especially in high deficit with time content. The reason why Calamity Ops is such a problem right now is because people don't have their character built up. The problem will fix itself with time. The thing is, it's not just a problem with character builds in Calamity Ops. You can't just, like, go in with a built character and, like, play it at a decent pace and clear. Even clearing the, like, point scaling rewards. You need to really, really try. Okay? And I'm saying, like, with a T6 maxed out Ning on my team, that you have to try. Otherwise, you're not going to get the score thresholds for the clear. Well, so far I haven't had any issues with the content, and I've started 2 weeks late after the release. So as soon as I hit 65/66k, everything in the game just became close your eyes and rush in. Okay. So, Bleed, this is a, like, very consistent thing that I've seen with a lot of people, like, feeling this game is, like, kind of fun casually. Well, like, most of the people in this game that are, like, having a decent casual experience aren't people who have actually experienced, like, endgame stuff. Like, you're playing through, at most, like, challenge mode, or, like, not getting full clears in the expanse, or doing the base difficulties of activities, maybe going for, like, the time rewards on Legendary campaign. Like, it's been pretty much every single person that I have interacted with that has said, like, oh yeah, this game's fun casually. Like, they haven't reached the actual endgame thresholds. Because trust me, like, going from 56 to like 67k, it's like this. Going from like 67k to like 72k is like this. Hit 72k plus and try to rank in Calamity Expanse. Yeah, try to rank in Calamity. Expanse is the final boss. Yep. Not gonna lie, I straight up hate the forced co-op content of Endgame. Make a Calamity Ops turn to be a solo mode. I like that there is co-op content, okay? But the thing is that right now, the co-op content, it's just another gate, another wall that people are ramming against when it comes to the progression of this game. When it comes to Shinkas, almost all exotics being viable against multiple Shinkas is great. The real problem I see is primary mythic weapons being too weak into Shinkas. Sidearms are the best example. Yeah. I definitely feel like primaries in this game need a bit of a buff. There's 4 games: ZZZ, Wuba, Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact. What? Jeez. There's more games than that. I got top 10% in 3 runs and haven't played since top 10. This event was a big flop. Yeah, honestly, yeah, this event was a flop. You play, you got your rewards, and that's it. I don't know anybody who... Well, there are people who are, like, pushing leaderboards in this, but it doesn't... Like, genuinely, who's gonna care about, like, top 1 Morgan's Hunt? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's impressive. But, I mean, this is literally just triple Estelle of the event. There's, like, a Gwyn on this team here, but, like... You only got 1 character on this menu! The leaderboards look to be very sweaty too, or the players looks to be very sweaty too, like EU leaderboards. You see around 1800 Gwyn already there and 68k plus. Expanse feels very sweaty too. You need sub 7 to get all the bi-weekly rewards. Yep, that as well. Now, I will say for me, I can very easily get, like, the rewards, but that's just because, you know, I'm a super sweaty character, or super sweaty player in this game right now. I get my final major power bump on Estelle Thursday, and you cannot wait just shy of 73k, but yeah, seeing how dominant Ning has me hard shifting all of my account progress to maximum aggressively. Yup. What's the player count? There's no way to see the player count right now. As long as you can rely on random matchmaking, Calamity Ops will always have... Or as long as you rely on random matchmaking, Calamity Ops will always have an issue. The content needs some preparation, and the player base doesn't seem to care at all. Care a little? Yeah. That's, like, one big thing. Is that you can't really say that, oh yeah, it's casual. Like, you can matchmake into Calamity Ops. Average matchmaking experience in Calamity Ops is like, oh, I'm in Master Rank and I get like a 47k on my team. And it's like, okay, can't wait to get 200k score on Calamity Ops this run. I've been wanting Endgame to play with my friends a game like Genshin for years, so the fact that this game has it is a huge plus for me too. It's a huge plus for me too as well. Again, I'm not complaining that this game is sweaty. I'm not complaining that this game is competitive. I love that it's sweaty. I love that it's competitive. All right? I'm just getting, like, arguing to people to realize that, oh yeah, this game actually is sweaty. This game actually is competitive. The end game in this game is not casual friendly at all. And let's and like with that fact in mind, it doesn't really make a lot of sense as to some of the other mechanics like the stamina system and all of the resource gates. Chet, can the gallows function as an impact weapon? Not really. It's not great. Oh, she's an overseer. Yeah. I mean, everybody who's in Master Two is overseer right now. There's only 70 there's only 70 players in Master Two right now. In Calamity, actually, is there even 70? Is there only 60 players in Master Two? And there's only 60 players in Master Two right now. Everybody who has done like literally any run in Master Two who ranked up last reset, guaranteed overseer. Now, granted, number 9, not guaranteed. And I'm going to push for like a top position as well. Oh, they just tweeted showing the new character. Oh, they did? They did? Uh, Destiny Rising. Oh, they did! She once served the queen from the shadows. Reborn by the light, she now fights for humanity. Oh, what is... Is that a... That's not a sniper. Also, that's Fellwinter, by the way. That's literally Fellwinter. But what? Do we have that gun in this game? Let's see. It's a Jiangshi weapon, of course. So, archive. So, it's not that. It reminds me of the LMG. Oh, wait, no, is it a linear fusion? That's a linear fusion. Okay. Yeah, the Latitude LFR. Well, I mean, it looks like my speculation from before was correct that it'd be like a bow LFR unit. All right, well, I guess I have a video topic now. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, and I guess I'll get into. Well, actually, I should probably finish the rest of my smoothie. I've been quite the yapper today. I'll be back real quick. I gotta use the bathroom. Subway Surfer. Let me put on like I don't know a cat video or something like that. Like it's just here. Watch this while I'm away. All right, I have returned. Hope you liked the video. Video under construction. The video played. Yeah, I'll play it again. I didn't loop it? Oh yeah, true, I should have looped it. I should do that from then on out, from here on out. Alright. Hello, what does the DR mean in the build recommendation? It's damage resistance. Let me get this text off the screen, by the way. Gamers! Didn't this unit have a full kit data mine before? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, this is Hellhest. All right. Well, I mean, obviously, when it comes to Hellhest, I mean, we already know some exotic options for her. There's going to be Queenbreaker, and obviously, the only other linear fusion rifle for her is going to be End of the Line. Need Fellwinter as a playable character? Me too, man. I've already had enough of sharpshooter characters. Well, prepare to get more, man. Prepare for more! Hey, Fellwinter, he created the most toxic year 4 out of 5 meta. Are you talking about the shotgun? Oh, it's Torvik's birthday today. Cool. Torvik's my tablet player on my raid team, by the way. Yo, it'd be really, really funny if they had Fellwinter and he doesn't use a shotgun. Nothing will be worse than the Spare Benders meta. I mean, I hate to break your bubble, buddy, but we've already had worse than the Spare Benders meta. We literally had the, what's it called? Redrix's S-Stock. That meta was terrible. This character's a hard skip, just build Ning. Alright. Well, gonna drink more of my smoothie. Monthly reset waits faster. True. Let's see. Well, while I'm checking my smoothie, how about I check like stream health? Alright, stream's looking still healthy. Alright. Well, I'll save the rest of my smoothie for later. A little bit later. I'll record the video first. Alright, well. Everybody get ready. Get ready to say hi to YouTube. Hi, hello everybody. So, one thing that a lot of people have been curious on when it comes to Destiny Rising is the upcoming character. Because, of course, well, we only have at most 9 days left on Estella's banner. So a lot of people are just wondering who is going to be next. And I have done some speculation in the past on it. And due to certain things like the Shinkas that were currently in rotation, modifiers in the legendary campaign, as well as the shields that we know are upcoming, I speculated that it was going to be an arc piercing unit. And with this new reveal coming from the official Destiny Rising X account, we can see right here, we've got this brand new unit holding a linear fusion rifle. So, I just want to say I was 100% correct. You should all listen to me from here on out. Every single other voice who is telling you, like, I am the Oracle, okay? I know everything. I am a knower. But in all reality, you know, it's just any kind of, like, regular pattern that you can see in gacha games. Like, this is kind of typical. More typical than most, I'd say. But since we know that Hellhest is going to be wielding a linear fusion rifle as her heavy weapon, something else we can now do from here on out is also just to take a look at what other weapons we have available for her to use. Now, obviously, when it comes to the linear fusion rifle family, it is going to be very, very limited, and by very, very limited, you have one mythic and one exotic. However, the mythic linear fusion rifle is actually pretty good. You've got Fraternity or Trinkledier in the first slot, which are both really, really good passive damage increases. And you also get Searing Mark in the second perk slot. And because this already has a high base magazine cap, you can also add another magazine cap increase to further increase the amount of Searing Mark shots that you get on this weapon. And I believe with the way that this rounds, you might be able to get an additional 2 shots instead of just the additional 1 shot that you would with most other weapons. At least with smaller magazine sizes like sniper rifles. So that is definitely one way that you can prepare for getting Hellhest. Though, of course, we do have to consider, because she will be releasing in the Act 2 update of the game, that they may add additional weapons. The other thing, of course, is going to be the Royal Contravene, which we already know from the Ital mains that Royal Contravene is a pretty good weapon. Especially when we're dealing with DPS. However, something with Royal Contravene that some people may not be considering is that it could also be good for, like, necessarily against Shinkas. Because we can switch the sights for a single arc precision bolt that will chain lightning to nearby targets, helping with some clear. Or you can do the 3-round burst, and the lower charge time, which should be better for straight DPS. Of course, I haven't done testing on this yet because I don't have the weapon. However, this is only her heavy weapon. Now, because we know that she will have piercing damage from her heavy weapon, another thing that we can assume, since this is going to be following a pattern between all of the different units, is that she will likely have a piercing primary weapon. Now, obviously, when we're looking at the other limited units, we had Gwyn, who had sidearms and the shotgun, double impact, and we had Estella with the pulse rifle and the LMG. Now, Estella actually had the exact same weapons as a 4-star unit, so a lot of people might be thinking that Hellhest may then be using a hand cannon, especially because the hand cannons already do have arc options on it because of Ital. And they usually like to add, like, weapons of the same elemental type to the units that are using them. The only exception of that being, of course, Ikora with her arc GL. However, thing that other people may not be considering, but I definitely think a lot of people are going to be considering this, is the fact that we did have bows recently teased in the Estella character quest. And we did actually have a legendary bow coded into the game that they since have removed from the visible, like the in-game visible menus. You would be able to see it by inspecting one of the purple shaders. So it might be the case that we get a new bow coming in the next update along with Hellhest. Because again, it is the Act 2 update. So in the same vein of like an Act 2 update, I would presume that they would be adding new weapons. Because at the very least, we know with Act 2, we will be getting more exotics. Or at least one new exotic. Because the Battle Pass for the Furies 11... Or no, the Furies 3, sorry. The Battle Pass for the Furies 3 will be expiring and being replaced by a new weapon, which we will then have revealed when it releases. So, obviously, they could make the new weapon or the new exotic for the Battle Pass tied to Hellhest, because the Furies 3 was another exotic weapon that we had that was, well, tied to the character that was releasing in Season 1, which was Estella. So, we could likely see the new Battle Pass weapon being something like an exotic bow. However, that is not necessarily the case, and we could also be seeing new exotics being added to the random drop pool in the different activities. Though, something that I will say is very likely is that we're going to be getting new mythic weapons coming in Act 2. And one of the main reasons I have for that is the fact that currently there are some foundries in the game that are rather light in their amount of weapons. And one of those foundries happens to be the seasonal foundry, the Coherence, which for every single weapon except for Sworn Oath, these are the weapons tied to the season with their special exotic shader. So we will likely be seeing more weapons in this family. And another family that we could be seeing with some more weapons in is the Heron Foundry. Of course, this isn't tied to the seasonal shaders and stuff. However, much like the Coherence Foundry, it is one that doesn't necessarily have as many weapons. And most of the other foundries either have a lot of weapons, like the Rivix and Right Foundry, which is where a lot of the mythics are stored, and also the Eclipse Monolith, where we do get another significant portion of mythics, and actually some legendary weapons as well. Now, I would actually like it if we got some of these weapons in a mythic form. Like, if we got some way to upgrade legendaries into mythics, I would definitely like that a lot. But, of course, you know, that's for the future. And we also know of two other weapons in the Eclipse Monolith family that we currently don't have in the game, but were in the beta. So, you know, maybe we could be seeing situations where foundries in the future, or like foundries probably have somewhere between like 10 to 11 or 10 to 12 weapons available, which definitely gives a lot more room to expand both the Heron and Coherence Foundry. And something else to mention about these foundries and also the exotics is the fact that we are missing a particular exotic that is a part of a special line. So, for instance, I know a lot of people, when they're thinking, oh, she's Arc, and oh, if she wields a bow, what would be the weapon that you would likely pick? Probably Trinity Ghoul. I mean, that's probably what most people come to mind when it comes to an exotic Arc bow. However, I think that they will likely be bringing in a different exotic weapon to fill up the bow slot. And the one that I have in mind is going to be, of course, the Le Monarch exotic bow. And I don't have a visual for it in game, but I can bring it up. The Monarch. This one right here. And this is the last Black Armory exotic that we are currently missing in Destiny Rising. Because in Destiny Rising, we have, of course, Izanagi's Burden, and we also have the Yotun.
Courage.
So it would make perfect sense to release a bow character and then give us the final Black Armory exotic that we've been missing. It would definitely be an interesting way that it interacts with certain precision mechanics. And I'm definitely interested to see how they do it. Maybe it could even be something like the poison spreads. Somewhat like necrotic grips in Destiny 2 combined with a weapon of sorrow. However, beyond Hellhest and beyond like any other new stuff that we may be getting in Act 2, something else that you may be interested in is how to prepare currently. Now, of course, I talked about the end of the line mythic linear fusion rifle. That's one thing that you can prepare, along with the exotic linear fusion rifle Royal Contrafee. But something else you can do to prepare is, of course, preparing for the upcoming meta, which is going to be Arc plus Piercing, along with Solar plus Rapid Fire. Now, a lot of people have been currently dealing with Void Impact and Solar Rapid Fire because that's what it's been since the launch of the game. However, it's going to shift very starkly once we get to this next reset, this next week. And a lot of characters, like Gwyn, like Yolder, are likely going to fall very, very much, or they're likely going to fall very far in their viabilities in a lot of the endgame activities, because a lot of their strengths comes from the fact that they can pop impact shields very easily, and they can pop void shields very easily. And now that both of those are going to be gone, a lot of their kits are not going to be as valuable. So, since we know it's going to be arc shields, and there's going to be rapid fire Shinkas, there is one unit that I'm sure is on everybody's mind right now.
I should call her back.
Ningfei. He is probably going to be an Apex character for the, like, essentially the third endgame reset in a row. I mean, this guy is just absolutely crazy. If you have not built your Ningfei, like, right now is when you should start building your Ningfei.
There are plenty of people who can get stuff.
Because,
done,
frankly,
but
this
not
guy
everyone
is
can
just
do
going
it
to be
fine.
an Apex
Know what I'm
unit
saying?
pretty much no matter what, so long as there's rapid fire. And heck, even when there's no rapid fire at all. If you take a look at the Expanse leaderboard right now, look who's at the top of the Void side, the Void Impact side. It's Ningfei. So, obviously, this guy is going to be a very, very strong unit for the next act. Though, some other units you may want to look into in preparation, especially if you're not planning on building the new unit, are, of course, going to be Umeko. Umeko is going to be really, really good for strikes because she can debuff all the enemies, like giving a very, very consistent damage increase to her teammates. And because you're going to be dealing with piercing Shinkas and solar shields, Umeko will be able to assist with that as well using the total lockdown scout rifle. And also the 40k sidereal year, and also Izanagi's Burden will be very, very good at bursting down Shinkas. So, Umeko is going to be an excellent character to bring along with you. Tantu is also not somebody who you should sleep on either, though I imagine he's not going to be nearly as good as Umeko because he doesn't have the same kind of speed support and as much consistent like damage increase uptime as a character like Umeko does right now. And beyond that, of course, Estella is going to continue to be good because there is still going to be solar rapid fire stuff. And I mean, Umeko, or not Umeko, and Estella, you know, she's still going to be good. She's still definitely meta, though she's not being used in the top teams in Calamity Ops right now due to the current strike. But obviously, with different encounters, different mechanics that you're going with, Estella might have some ups and her downs, and of course, you can still use her in the Expanse. And another character, if you play him well, if you are willing to play Wolf well, and if you're willing to learn Wolf and main him, and be very, very good with him, Wolf will treat you very, very well. Because guess what? You want to know his strongest weapon right here? Look at what that says. Look at what this says. It says Arc. Granted, he's not going to be as good against, like, piercing shields. However, he's still an extremely fast unit. He's got speed support. So I could definitely see a character like Wolf being very, very strong in the next Calamity Ops reset. So he's definitely not somebody who I think you should sleep on.
Don't worry, I've got this.
But obviously, beyond all that, we do have some other implications when it comes to Hellhest herself. So we can see right here from the title, it says, she once served the queen from the shadows, reborn by the light, she now fights for humanity. And when it comes to the queen, there's only one queen that we really think of when it comes to the Destiny franchise, especially when it comes to an awoken character such as herself, and that is, of course, Mara Sov. So, from this line right here, we can presume that Hellhest, in her previous life, was a retainer soldier for the awoken queen Mara Sov before she died somewhere on Earth. And another thing that we can see, which is very, very important right here, is the fact that she is directly communicating with the Iron Lord Fellwinter. Now, we don't know if Fellwinter is still alive currently. I presume he is. But, obviously, Fellwinter, very, very important character, especially when it comes to this particular time period in the Destiny timeline. Because, I mean, well, for one, he's an Iron Lord, but for two, he is very closely related to Rasputin. So, we could be seeing some very, very interesting story beats and implications going forward when it comes to Estella and her character quests. When it comes to Hellhest and her character quests. So I am definitely very excited to see where this goes from here. But, of course, that's about all I have for this topic. If you are enjoying my coverage of Destiny Rising and would like to see more about this game in the future, along with a couple other games that I'm planning on covering, such as Duet Night Abyss and Ananta, be sure to subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with all things regarding this game and those others. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below about Hellhest. If you've got any lore theories about her relationship with Mara Sov, or her status as a guardian, or if you think that she's going to have a different primary weapon than a bow, please share, please, talk about it in the comments below, discuss, and remember to be respectful. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see you all next time. Alright. Definitely a good video right there. Siva incoming? Potentially. Be respectful of the comments. Most people are respectful, okay? It's just a very, very few amount, alright? I'm not gonna sit here and, miss the forest for the trees, or whatever the proper statement of that would be. Most of my comments are great. It's just a very select few. Yeah, there's no reason for to be controversial on this one. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and make sure this video gets uploaded to the drive. Stream on Twitch might tank a little bit because of this. So, but it should only be for like a few minutes, like 7-8 minutes at most. Which character are the top of the Ease playlist for gamers who are just flat out bad? Estelle is definitely the top. Below that, I'd say something like Gwen. Yeah, top Estella, then next Gwen, and then I think kind of most of the rest of the cast, and at the bottom of that tier list, probably characters like Ningfei and Wolf, because they're very high APM units. How dare you have an opinion on poor gacha mechanics? We're all supposed to just eat the slot, man. Almost 300 followers on Twitch. Yeah, like I'm honestly surprised I got as much support on Twitch as I have. I mean, heck, even today, where like nothing is happening in the game, I'm still getting like 19 viewers on Twitch. Yolder's really beefy. Yeah, Yolder would probably be pretty like up there on the ease of use. Whoa. Okay. Wow. Thank you for the additional. What was that? 5 tier 1 subs a radial? What? Oh, wow. Also, Valorant said that they added a gifted sub, like the actual game Valorant. Oh my. Valorant is sponsoring me? Thank you so much, Iradial. Right? Fix your game. Am I gonna prep for the new character? Yeah, I'm gonna prep for the new character. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty much just gonna stack up on a bunch of mythic weapon parameters and maybe some exotic selectors. But yeah, huge W from Iradial. Thank you so much, man. Valorant, the game, is doing a event right now where they randomly do September stuff. That's kind of crazy. I mean, definitely huge W to them for supporting supporting their CCs. Oh, yeah. Also, for some reason, YouTube just decided it'd be a good idea to make the default, uh, like view for the community comments it to be relevancy instead of newest, which definitely does not help me at all. Well, for supporting everyone on Twitch, yeah, I guess for supporting everyone. Only thing they can do to make up for the cringe e-dating in their game. I really don't understand why that, like, Valorant of all the games, like, that happened to be the game that is like, oh yeah, this is where e-couples hang out. The casual video you put it in 4K so YT doesn't compress quality anymore. Yeah, I noticed that. Valorant's an evil game. I used to no life it though. I never played Valorant actually. I saw that it was a what's it called? It was a tactical shooter. It's like I'm good. It's because of COVID, games all became super socialized like Genshin, Among Us, and Valorant. I guess. This Riot Games League has the same e-data problem as well. Don't by God. I haven't had any plans to try Valorant. So this means we would get the exotic weapon for every new limited character on the battle pass. Potentially, yeah. We obviously don't know. They could put in exotics in the battle pass that are like not tied to the new character at all. But I'm just saying, like, the first one we got, this one was tied to Estella. Second one we got might be tied to another limited unit. If you care about MOBAs, League is a solid game minus all the cancer. Yeah, the game is great if you ignore all the reasons why it's not great.
I'm here to help. Don't worry, I've got this.
Like, Destiny's a casual game if you ignore all the reasons why it's not a casual game. League is good if you just ignore the game and mute chat. I mean, it's gotta be at least somewhat fun to still play nowadays. Card game is good if you ignore Ikora. Alright, looks like we got a capture. MS when mobile game is played on a mobile device. Jeez. Can't wait for the weather to calm down in my area. Realize you can't complete all the Lumafly because the Red Sea Rift is visiting the whole area?
Helm is ready.
Alright. Defeat your the towery. Alright. What's next, Guram? What are you gonna have us do? Throw bombs to destroy the shield generator? We gotta find bombs. Alright. Another. What are Shinka capabilities for royal contravenes? Does the chain lightning deal with spread? I haven't been able to test. Okay, you know, I was talking about, you know, the exotic mod drop rates, and here comes my lucky ass just pulling 2 exotic mods from the chest. Like it's nothing. Oh, and of course... Oh my gosh! Bro! You can't make me look like this! Okay? I'm telling people of how difficult it is to get these things, and it's just like, yeah, let me just give you a perfect mod for, the dismemberment perk. Yeah, you know that perk that is, like, really, really good? Yeah, let's just give you a perfect one. Like, you can't do this to me! Do you know how much I've complained? The synesthesia for the blast mod. Oh my gosh, this is also just like with the mid range. I mean, maybe close range would be better, but like this is also just the. I just got 2 amazing mods from this chest that I needed. Streamer like SMH.
Ugh, that scream sucks. Pain and pleasure? What's the difference?
Exactly.
Let me just put it in, I guess. Yeah, because the charge heavy attack bonus, it's 25%. The damage versus boss for is powerful. That's only 15%. And most of this weapon's damage is going to come from the charge attack as well. And it also gets the enhanced perk dismemberment. Oh my gosh. What is minimum damage going to do on a sword anyway? That's kind of silly. SMH. Lock at the door. No exotic for Yolder. I'll have to level up my Huckleberry if I'm using the Cackalick. But I don't have the mats for that right now, especially because Yolder's probably going to fall out of meta. You know, I can also just put this on my GL. Get the upgraded synesthesia, which is really, really cracked for this, by the way. If a final blow hasn't been landed in the previous projectile, then the next projectile deals just 10% additional blast damage. It's kind of cracked for the present fleet. The towel found dead in a ditch. This is why I get garbage drops, because you get all the good ones, JK lol. Also, you called it being an arc marksman unit? Oh, yep. I did call it. Use all my keys, not even one exotic mod. The luck I have is insane, congrats. Yeah, last week I didn't get any at all from my front lines, so I guess just making up for lost time. Or I guess lost drops. This guy can go. The more characters we get, they'll surely buff the rates. Oh, like, trust me. The exotic mod situation is going to get so much worse when they add more, like, perks and foundries. Like, genuinely, I do not see them, like, going forward with the current exotic mod system. I think it's, like, literally impossible for it to continue to function like this. Sure, you're already rolling stats, and the combination can literally be 2 mismatched ones, and the perk upgrade at the same time? Yeah. At least they should build towards pity. If you don't pull anything in, like, 3 keys, you can just pick a mod you want. Or just give, like, guaranteed selectors. Or make it so that you can re-roll them. At the very least. Like, you can target a certain weapon, and it'll only drop, like, perks and upgrades that can only function on that weapon. They can change singularity so you can choose between artifact wishlist and mod wishlist. I mean, frankly, I feel like it would just be better if the whole game just got like a reward overhaul and like a system overhaul for the rewards. Or categories similar to weapon types should just share mod groups, like Wolfpack and Coolfish should share mods. I mean, maybe? Always listen to DR Daddy. We need to be able to turn mythic engram into exotic engrams, man. Seriously, got so many of them will have new weapons they win drop god rolls. I mean, I feel like the exotic weapon drops are in a good spot right now. I like them being rare, like they are. Alright. Well, there we go. No mods. Per usual. I'm 798 on Red Sea Rift now. I've got like... How many more frontlines claims? I've got like... That's going to be another 70. I think I've got one more set of daily commissions and then I'm just max rep. Alright, well, time to just wait for the next front lines. Still just absolutely insane. It's just like, yeah, you can have a perfect mod.
Really? Well, I think it matches perfectly.
Of course, I'm going to need to get an Annihilation mod for this magazine, but I'm saving my selector mods for right now. Goal systems fall short once they add more foundries and stuff. Yep, that's what I've been saying. Was we have 40 plus more exotics added into the different pools, etc. Well, the thing is, like, these engrams, like these selector engrams, or not selector, like, these are, like, weighted to give you exotics that you don't have yet. And dupe exotics, when you're at, like, max level, can be turned into these shards. Next video title after is Destiny Rising casual game is the Agent Virus casual content creator. I like to describe myself as casually sweaty. Like, a lot of the games that I interact with and I play with, I just like playing well. That's how I get, like, my primary enjoyment out of it. And I'm also not gonna, like, focus on getting better at something if it's just straight up not fun. If it's fun and I'm having a good time, I'll grind it out. Big same. You didn't know about the weighted thing? Well, now you do. Congratulations. It's just when it comes to the, like, guaranteed selector engram, that's usually what people use it for. Because that just... It's just easier to get your weapon upgrades, which are more important than getting more exotics. Goal is never to be number one. Goal is to have fun. I have fun optimizing, but yeah, if something isn't fun, you don't interact with it. Yep, exactly. Nuptup is a kindred soul. I was just trying for Royal Contravene. You got Izzy instead. Probably going to shard it. I wouldn't shard an exotic that, unless it's an exotic for something they have literally maxed out. Like, you've got Cat 3 on it and you get a copy. Like, I wouldn't shard that. Is that Finale using she's using the, what's it called? The radiation set. Like, she's just constantly taking damage. Losing your shield. Riveting gameplay. I love standing in a plate for like 2 minutes. Oh, Goofy Knight's here. I just noticed. Destiny Rising plays amazingly. Activities are great. If only the fun wasn't a gated thing. Yeah. Like, I'm having a great time when I'm able to play the game. And the problem is that the game just doesn't seem to want to let me to play it. Okay, but standing in a circle is the premier Destiny mechanic, TBH. Standing in a circle and throwing a ball. Or, let's take it even further. Let's throw a ball that you have to stand in a circle to throw. To another player who is standing in a circle.
Light surges within the blade.
Alright. Oh, another exotic mod. Rapid fire. Paranoia. I'm pretty sure there's only one rapid fire weapon with paranoia on it, and it's a... what's it called? It's the crossbow that you would literally never use. Because Mahamuri exists. Yeah, Saizo's the only one with paranoia on it. Yay. Hopefully Heron gets some more weapons, because I've got, like... Okay, I've got one with Disturbance, and I've got one with Paranoia. I just thought for a second. Yeah, Chushingura, that's not a rapid fire weapon, that's an impact weapon. Archives, weapons, Saizo. The sword as well. Okay, so it's got 2 impacts, rapid fire, and... Wait, no, I'm thinking of Heron. I'm getting Heron and Saizo mixed up. Oh, wait, Saizo's the weapon. Oh, wait, no. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so 2 impacts, a rapid fire, and a piercing. Yeah, hopefully Heron gets some new weapons. After throwing a ball, there's a Minotaur spawn which you need to kill to get the laser to destroy the cubes. Which spawns Scorch Vandals to get the cannon to destroy the energy stuff. Oh my gosh. It doesn't get better. It does not get better than that, man. I'm about to fill out my 30-day survey and gripe about the exotic mods and clusters. Hopefully they listen and completely fix it. Yeah. Like, high key, I feel like if something doesn't shift real soon, a lot of people are gonna, you know, start checking out. I mean, a lot of people have definitely already checked out of the game. Views are really down for everybody. Well,
You might want to check your inventory.
Well, what is there really to do right now? I mean, I suppose I could spend 1 key in a Grandmaster, but I'd rather just wait a day and get the 2nd key and do it both at the same time. I can spend some Pinnacle energy in shifting gates, because I still haven't done all the Pinnacle energy spending I need to do this week. Shadow Shaper Duels isn't available for another 40 minutes. I can do my NPC duels. I can also do the last puzzle. I think I'll do the last puzzle. Is there any video for other than Boxer and Singularity Chaos if Boxer's not available for that day? If you've got a maxed out wolf like me, you can use Weapon Master and it'll be faster. Jiangxi Metro has implemented full air traffic control. Speeding aircrafts near the city wall will be shot down on sight. Okay. Well, I know that spot. That says speeding aircrafts will be shot on sight. So, yeah, that's in the station. How am I getting another key in a day? I bought the Pandora subscription. Yeah, this is the city wall area, and it's gotta be somewhere over here. Like, this was the specific spot they were talking about. Okay. Collectible challenge unlocked. Oh, is it just another shooting challenge? Okay. Well, that was... I mean... There was a shooting challenge before. I'm a little bit sad that they repeated it. Because a lot of the other challenges were a lot more involved. But, you know... It's alright. A little bit anticlimactic for a final challenge. That's for certain, at least. But there we go. That's the Jiangxi Metro title. I get my Red Sea Rift title tomorrow when I max out its rep. I mean, I could go for it today, but... Oh yeah, by the way, has anybody actually completed this Triumph in the Morgan's Prey title? I don't know anybody who has more than 37 wishes. Also, Spare Racing, I could get that done today within like my 5 reward matches. Fishing, I could get that done today. I mean, I could do Legacy. I really don't want to do Legacy, though. I could grind strikes for the title here. I've got to wait, like, a couple more days for the final modifier. And I got to complete it on, like, 2 other characters to get invited. Complete Gauntlet Blitz on Master difficulty with all modifiers without anyone dying. Oh, that's going to be annoying. Sparrow Racing is pay to win. You always end up in second because someone has an exotic Sparrow. It's the Estella Sparrow that's like the really pay to win one because that's max speed and it's the only max speed Sparrow in the game. Time to fish, Max? Honestly, yeah. Like, high key, the only reason I've gotten this far in the stream is because I've been yapping so much. Alright, I want to get a shiny sunfish. That's how I'm gonna extend my playtime in Destiny Rising. Like, instead of doing the Triumph objectives and the character quest objectives, I just need to yap as much as I possibly can. Alright, well, anybody who wants to see if you can get into Red Sea Rift with me for some fishing, I'm gonna be right here. I'll give you guys like 5 minutes to show up. Because I will be using another enrichment. So any fish maxers who wants to get some enriched fishing going on, pop in.
You might want to check your inventory.
Okay, what's the mythic bait that? So this is the mirrored sunfish. So this is... Alright, retributive tunas, lockdown bahabs. Are those only the mythics that... Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure these are only the mythics. Yeah. So exotics don't have any like higher drop rates. So what's the type of mythics that I see in here? This pond. Drake meme, play Destiny Rising, X fish with virus, hell yeah. So retributive tuna and moonsong salmon.
Just what you're gonna find in your bag.
So this will give more tunas. And this one is a moonsong salmon. So semantic salmon. Nothing for the moonsongs. Okay. Well, I've got more of this, and I mean, like, yeah. I'm gonna use my purple one first. What's this? I got a ping somewhere? I think it's been about 5 minutes. I guess nobody could load in to the same instance as me. Alright. Well, let's get some enriched fishing going on. I want to get myself a shiny sunfish. That's what I'm going for today. Alright, well, I got a mythic right off the bat. Ooh, this was a feisty one. It's the salmon, or you know, I think it's the tuna. What if it'll be shiny? Ooh! Oh, I missed it! No! I threw. I missed the shiny tuna. I was too eager. All right. It's the fish, the sunfish. Got it already. Tried to load in your zone 5 times, no luck. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, no shiny sunfish. He's a big boy. It's the big boy. It's the biggest boy. This is like the 4th time I fished up a wolf pack. It's funny every single time. I love fishing up guns. It's so silly. Oh, another mythic. Let's go. It's the other fish here. I think it's a lockdown bahaba. Nice thing about new areas is that we get new fishing ponds. Oh wait, no, it's a moonsong salmon. Another one. Okay, another mythic. Right, hopefully I don't fumble a shiny from here on out. Alright, almost got it. Okay, no shiny this time. Another moonsong salmon. Pretty soon I'll have, like, enough coins from all the fish that I catch. Enough angler tokens. I think it'd be really funny if you could fish up an exotic. Like, there's just some secret exotic that you can get only from fishing. Can you imagine if they just, like, shadow added something like that? Alright, sorry, I had some locked areas, so we'll probably get more fishing spots. Hopefully we'll be able to fish more, because bait goes up pretty fast. And having mythic bait gives you blue fishes sometimes. Yeah. Like that, I got a 301 rainbow trout. You want bad juju like Ariana's Vow or something? Both those would be great weapons. Here we go. Oh, just another purple. I want better AR because Sworn Oath is just trash tier. Sworn Oath's not trash, it's just the epitome of mid. Just still more fishing. Oh, really? Another purple? Oh, here we go. It's the sunfish. All right, I want the shiny sunfish. That's what I'm going for. Sworn Oath is goated for me. Got the God roll too. It's good until you get into, like, or try using it in endgame stuff, and it's like, why is it so slow? Oh, Monte Carlo would be great. Alright, no shiny sunfish, unfortunately. I know, it's like I could get another sunfish right now. Alright, not quite. Almost there. Another mythic, though. Builder and Caber are a good defense, but Caber's shield messes with some weapon perks, making it annoying. It messes with weapon perks, you said? Let's look at the shiny Moonsong Salmon! Let's go! As a time man, I want to love Yolder and Mario and Caber, but they are just slow, and right now, everything is about speed. Yeah, that's the tough thing. So, there actually are a bunch of, like, Destiny 2 exotics that are functional in the game. But they haven't released yet. I mean, obviously we know of Telesto. We actually have a GIF of that. So, it really just depends on, like, how they want to release them going forward. I definitely know that it's going to be kind of sad if we get to, like, a new update and, like, 4 of the 5 exotics that we get are old exotics. Oh, I just fished up a Kulfi. I love fishing up weapons, it's so silly. Somebody dropped their Kulfi in the water. Guess it's mine now. Oh, another sunfish. Let's go. Alright, let's make it a shiny one this time. We got sparkly waters for sparkly fish. Come on, come on. Oh. Boo womp. Tronway's the only fast Titan, but he's bad. We definitely haven't seen Schwanwei perform extremely well right now. Oh, I got another sunfish! Now I need a shiny Kulfi. My Kulfi's already shiny. It's masterworked and sparkly. No shiny sunfish, though. But I do get another fishing level up. So, fishing level 55 now. 75... Or once you get max fishing level, XP goes into these chests, which is just more bait and more rods. I wonder how much XP it takes to get those chests, though. Had someone fight me on Discord the other day saying Xuanwei was actually good when in fact he's a trash unit. The thing is, when it comes to units I haven't like fully tested and fully played, I don't really want to gauge their like meta effectiveness. Like, because there's a whole bunch of people who are like really convinced that Wolf is like trash. And then they see me play Wolf, and it's like, okay, you know what? Maybe I over-exaggerated. Maybe I had a couple things wrong. But would I recommend anybody pick up Xuan Wei right now? Probably not, because he's not a tried and true meta unit. And even then, when it comes to somebody like Xuan Wei, he doesn't have certain like key advantages in his kit like other characters. Like, even though Umeko isn't meta right now, when she is, like, when there's piercing in there, I imagine she's going to be a lot better because she has things in her kit, like those team-wide debuff damage increases, like the team-wide speed support, that will really, really benefit her. But I just don't see similar things like that for Xuan Wei and a lot of the other units. Maybe one day we'll have solar shields and arc shields, impact weapons, and Gwyn is banned because lol, otherwise Xuan Wei is cooked. Yeah, Xuan Wei needs like solar arc, impact, and blast. And even then, like, most people probably wouldn't run Wolf. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, but my Wolf gets on the leaderboards. No Xuan Wei gets on the leaderboards. Even Umeko has a few spots in Calamity. Yeah. That's like the main thing that I'm always saying is that, hey, if you want to convince people that your character has a spot in the meta, you gotta push results. And, like, when it comes to all those 4 stars that I have ranked pretty low, I've not seen them push results. Mecho's so OP. Problem is we don't know if her debuff ability works for others. It does work for others. It's a team-wide damage increase. Hey brother, you look like you looking to push Calamity Ops? If so, I'd love to run with you. 74k Gwyn. Unfortunately, man, I run Wolf, and Wolf takes the spot of an impact unit in the Calamity Ops teams right now. So, if and when I do run Calamity Ops, I'd be looking for Ning Fei's. Exactly, I see if you clear an activity with a unit. I care if you get into the top 50 with the unit, because if not, then because GG. Didn't even think about it. That no worries. No worries, man. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool. Top 50 regional worldwide. Yep. Well, the server-wide leaderboards, yeah, Umeko's been up there in Calamity Ops. If Xuan Wei had something other than a punch and a tether ability, he might be good. Makes him, make him typical Fists of Havoc Titan with Pulse Nade and Slam with Fists of Havoc would be much better. Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of surprised of how few, like, actual grenade-style abilities we have in this game right now. Top 50 NA, I mean, I'm top 1 on a bunch of things in my region because there's fewer than 50 people in here, lol. Yeah. Oh, that guy got a big salmon. It's always so disappointing seeing like that. Now's your chance, and then it's a purple. Alright, got 4 more minutes of enrichment. Hey, another sunfish. Alright, I want the shiny one. I want the shiny sunfish. I want to fish my shiny fish collection. Oh, no shiny sunfish. The separation of servers and leaderboards really skews results like that too. Wish they had a way to merge the raw data between servers. Yeah, that would be nice as well. Worldwide, global leaderboards would be pretty cool. Fishing in this game is like Pokemon, gotta have that shiny. Exactly. Hey, I got another one. Okay. Need that shiny sunfish. I've got another wolf here rooting me on. Alright. Come on. Oh. No shiny. Okay, I'm off to work. Have a fun stream. Bye-bye, chat. Hope you have a good day, White Decay. We got another rainbow trout. Honestly surprised the Angler Seal doesn't have a guild staff that's literally just catch all shiny fish. Well, it's just all the silver titles don't have any guildings. Only the gold titles have guildings. Honestly, I'm really glad that there's like different tiers of titles. Because there are certain titles that in Destiny 2 that are just simply not nearly as like competitive for stuff. Like if you've got a seasonal title, or if you've got like a freaking, what's it called? If you've got like an event title, that is like so much easier to get than something like a raid title. And I'm really glad that in this game, like those easier titles are like only in the silvers, and we've got like the gold titles, which can then be gilded further to show like proper achievements. Do you think it's worth going full Catalyst on Partridge Sky? Love Yolder, but I don't care if it's worth maxing your sword for her. Honestly, if you're planning like maining Yolder that hard, God roll max exotic Kakalek plus Huckleberry. But I would shy away from recommending Yolder right now because I feel like Yolder's gonna fall out of meta really soon. Alright. Think that's about one more fish for me to catch with the enrichment active. Alright. And it's a purple. Disappointing. I got a lot of sunfish though, no shiny ones. Alright. Well, that's enough for this fishing session.
You might want to check your inventory.
Got a bunch of fish to sell now. Wow, that's a lot of sunfish. Alright, let me sell my mythics. I can sell one of my shiny sharks. Alright, that's 2,000 angler tokens, and I think that puts me like really close to getting the seal now. Yeah, 1,800 more tokens. Actually, more closer to 1,700 tokens. Well, I guess one more fishing session, then I get that title. Oh, time to buy out the fishing shop again this week. I can get a couple of self-feeding rations and a couple of these just in case, and yeah, I haven't gotten one of these shaders yet, so I'll pick up one of those shaders. Yolder was even in beta? Yeah. Like, Calamity Ops. Yolder, right there. Top 2 team. Top 5 team, Yolder. Top 10 team, Yolder. You just got all the gold seals yesterday? Nice. I just need to get Conqueror and Challenge Mode, and then I've got all the gold seals. That fishing shader looks really great on Kulfi. Let me take a look.
I think you need more vitamins.
I mean, it looks alright. Definitely one of the better looking shaders in this game. I really don't like a lot of the shaders that are available right now. The exotic shaders all look really, really good, though. Are you going to show the shader? Yeah, like this one... Especially on, like, actual guns. Like, boom. Looks so nice. I wish I could put this on every single one of my raid exotics. Or not exotics, raid mythics. But sadly I only have 2. What's the best activity to farm mythic weapon parameters once you're out of energy? If you don't have a team strikes, if you can get 6 people together, then Gauntlet, Blitz, Hack. Specifically Hack. I've got the gorilla title. Wish Shaper from Morgan's Prey, Air, Angler, the Radiant Racer. Crusher? Collector? And Invoker? What? There's no source currently. I mean, these are only rare titles. I imagine that they're like for something. Founder for the Founder Bundle. I'm gonna put Special Agent. Special Agent Agent Virus. That's kind of silly. Currently I've got no title on. Sure, let's put Lightbringer. What's Archon? Eclipse title, Void Pioneer, Paradoxical Forge. Void Pioneer, I think that's, is that Expanse? Pretty sure that's Expanse. What's up? Oh, emblem. That's right, I got the Space Monkey emblem. Space Monkey! What's the best act? You can get a fair amount from basic keys from the event right now. The thing is that the basic keys from the event right now, that's going to be so much slower than just completing activities. Alright, well, I'm going to be honest. I don't really know what else to do or what else to talk about. It's been about 4 hours, so that's the usual time I like to wrap up streams. I don't really know how to really continue with this. I will say I am planning something Friday. So expect a pretty decently big thing happening Friday. Oh yeah, one thing that I wanted to bring up first, and I'll probably make this a YouTube post as well. Would you guys like to have community nights in the Discord server? Like, but before I wrap up, since like most of the people still around are probably the more like dedicated people. You got the God Roll Total Lockdown you recommended? Nice. So, would you guys be down for community nights? Like, we get together and do some stuff in a voice call in the Discord server? Because I've been thinking about doing that for a good bit. Yeah, that would be sick. All right. I think I'll try and set that up. I'd probably want to do it like once or twice a week. I feel like Friday and Tuesday would be good days for a community night. I mean, hold on a second. It's Tuesday today, isn't it? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Maybe we should start that tonight. Does 7 p.m. Eastern, like 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern start time? Does that work? I feel like that'd be a good time because that would also allow people in the Pacific side of the US, they'd probably be getting out of work around that time. Oh dang, Fire's giving us the social update before DR. Yeah. So, like 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern, like start time, y'all think that would work? On like Tuesdays and Fridays? I'm gonna make it a poll on my YouTube. I'll be a little late because driving home, but yeah, alright. Yeah, I'll make the date. Or yeah, I'll make it a poll on YouTube, I think. But yep, I'm gonna set that up. Maybe not make it a poll. Maybe I just say like, hey, it's happening. That'd probably be a good thing to do. All right, well, with that all, like, I'll sort it out later. Of course, I'll probably make a post about it after I get off stream. But, you know, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for tuning in, and a special thank you to everybody who tuned in since the very beginning. Also, huge thank you to Radial for the 5 gifted subs today, and I guess also thank you to Valorant for adding on to that. Love the support that the community gives me, and you know, love that y'all are willing to listen and even disagree and argue. I am 100%, you know, a discussion is probably one of my favorite things. So thank you again, thank you all for watching, and